that this was literal. I want a Christian scholar and a well-known one that's going to tell you that this is literal. I guarantee you won't find it. I'll wait.
Exactly. You try to force that it's metaphoric. Hagar didn't put that carrying her chest.
I got the scholar that says that. You got one that says it's
I will listen to you. I will listen to you. Give me his name, his interpretation.
Proof from your scholars that it's metaphoric. I didn't say anything about metaphoric. She just carrying her children.
You said it was literal,
yes.
Right? Okay, so show me who told you that. Where did you get that understanding from? Show me the scholar.
Okay, we go to Jewish scholar. Wait me a minute.
Yeah, show me the scholar that says I'll wait for it. You're not going to find it. I know because I've heard this.
He's not going to find it.
Okay, I cannot find it. It's good. It's good that this is a record room. Stay here, Theon. I will be back to you.
It's good that this is.
At least he was honest that he can't find it.
I will get back to you.
Right, and so much. And you see how they go to Genesis to try to say that he got contradiction about what's going on. Why they know it's just the part when God put that stigma on Ishmael since they love Ishmael so much. That Ishmael gonna be a wild man, him against every man and every man against him. Make that make sense.
According to the Bible, they said Abraham himself was 10 to 20 feet. So once again, just think about how tall Isaac and Ishmael and them were at that age.
He was 10 to 20 feet.
Tall, yes.
What Islamic crap are you reading?
This is from the Bible. This is from the Christian scholars, you idiot.
Please share the link.
No, that's what you try to throw always with this. Oh, Islamic. I didn't get it from Islamic. So eat that. That's from you. This from your sources.
From a Christian source. Share the link.
This is from Genesis.
Share the link, please.
No, do what I did. Go do the research yourself.
Or you can just share the link and stop.
No, I ain't sharing nothing with you. Do your own research. I'm not your intern.
You don't have it.
Yes, I do. It's right in front of my face.
Hey, hold on. Hey, what's up with you, King?
What's up with you?
Calm down already. Man.
You calm down, nigga.
We're talking to the women like that, brother.
Yeah, that was a body slam. I just want to say that for y'all to run the Genesis, maybe you thought that there was nobody in here who really know the scriptures. There are many of us. And by the way, that was a body slam for anyone who's trying to say that she literally carried him on his shoulders. Body slam for anyone who's not a Christian. Show me a scholar that said that. And if you can't, body slam.
Hey, that is a Muslim source he pulled that from. I'm looking at it right now. This dude is a straight up liar. Hey, this is what they say, right? This is what he put them from. They say the footprint of Abraham, Muslim mechanics. This dude, right?
What are you talking about? I didn't pull that from no Islamic thing. You making things up.
That's why.
Oh, hold on. Let me read it. Thus, some scholars believe that Abraham was a big man, perhaps 10 to 20 feet tall. Remember, Abraham's existence was 4,000 years ago. Even the Bible refers to giants back in those days. Genesis 6, Goliath, from the days of King David 3,000 years ago, was estimated to be 6'9" This is a Muslim source, bro. MuslimMechanic.com, my nigga. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm reading it right here, right now. It's straight out of Islam.
The Muslims down
I didn't see that in the Christian Bible.
Yeah, I won't. And if you say it, don't say. If you say that he's getting it from a Christian source, just like the Chosen just showed you that it comes from a Muslim source, show us the Christian source that it comes from. And the Chosen, just so he don't got an excuse, post the link so he don't got an excuse to not post his. Post the link you got it from.
That's the next thing you got to say in post. It's the link, nothing else.
Yeah, post the link. And
yeah, I got them. I'm doing it right now.
See if he gonna post his, because it's not saying that. And then when we done having this Christian conversation, since I'm not well versed in the Quran, let's check me out and see, because I beg to differ that Islam is not sure on what immortality is or eternity. They're definitely not showing that, and I got your own sources of scholars to prove it. So let's dive into that.
Come
on, man, you don't know about your immortal Lord G.
Y'all not sure what eternity is, immortality is. One moment y'all say that the believer gonna be in hell, the unbeliever gonna be in hell forever, and then some scholars say that when it's talking about them having eternity in hell, that it's going to come to an end. But the word for eternity in the word for eternity in the Arabic does not come to an end. It means everlasting.
Okay, let's know. Okay, I'm ready for you, but
Quran.
let's not jump. Yes, okay, we will do it. But so, are you ready now for Christian scholars interpretation?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So, Theon, listen to me. Charles John Ellicott. Charles John Ellicott. Do you know this person?
Post the link.
I cannot. I cannot. I use my laptop. I cannot. I talk with you with phone. It's Ellicott commentary for like Genesis 21:14. He is Ellicott John.
Can you just type? Can you type the link in the side chat? If you can't copy and paste it, if you can't copy and paste it, just type it in the side chat.
That's a fact. Just type it.
Okay.
So we know y'all practice. We know y'all like to practice tequila, and y'all and the North Muslim, you got to know the word sophistry.
And the North Muslim, you got to know the word sophistry.
They would create a fallacy argument.
With the Quran.
Now you will have a problem with a Christian scholar. Yes, that's a fact right now. Okay, Theon, I put it in the chat. I have your time. Take your time, man. And when you are ready to read it, just call me.
The Quran, though, like it throw me off. It say so. It's the only historical. It's the only historical document that says Jesus didn't die. Like why are they the only one?
I'm waiting for Theon. I will not jump from this.
All right, my bad.
Don't talk about the Quran, guys.
All right. Pick this out. You know, another contradiction is for like when it comes to the Quran, because you're not going to say the Bible got contradictions. Don't talk about the Quran. Who the hell you think you talking to? Hey, if Muhammad is supposed to got a divine blessing from Allah concerning that Jesus didn't die on the cross, that shit was already out there from the Gnostics. The Gnostics through Simon Magus already pushing the notion that Jesus didn't die on the cross, but Muhammad allegedly supposed to got a divine message from Allah about Jesus not down the cross. There got to be something that now that's talking about contradiction. You don't talk about for like the Quran is pure and untainted and stuff like that. But god damn, why do you have a sect of people who opposes God and their disciples saying Jesus didn't die on the cross? He got replaced. He got magically replaced by somebody else. And that's the same sentiment that Islam getting. Well, Jesus didn't die on the cross. He did not die on the cross. Nigga, how y'all saying this stuff? But it was already out there. So how pure is the doggone Quran when it comes to the literature of it? And so much Gabriel deceived Muhammad, right? With the daughter Al-Luza, Al-Malek, and the other whatever, Malak, and whatever the name is, right? So the same Gabriel that told y'all that Jesus was not the Son of God, and now the Bible tells. So how y'all gonna believe this Gabriel then? So you telling me the devil was able to deceive Muhammad to write the satanic verses in the Quran with the daughters of Allah? Damn. Then I read an article the other day, yesterday, that said, well, it wasn't saying that Allah have no daughter, but an angel of Allah got daughter. I'm like, what kind of foolery is this? So my God, don't sit right now and tell us not. Don't come talking about the Bible and say the Bible full of contradiction and you expressing the way you express about the Bible and with the same voice. Tell us don't talk about the Quran. You got to be out your rabbit ass mind.
Let me show you how he hung himself with this scholar. So in verse 14 in Genesis, the scholar is exactly saying what I'm saying. He says, and the child Ishmael was 16 or 17 years of age, but the word Yalid used in this place has no reference to age. And in Genesis 4:23, it's translated a young man. It literally signifying one who has been born, and is applied in Genesis 42-22 to Joseph when he was about Ishmael's age. So the children mocked Elijah were doubtless grown men in Genesis 22. And Ishmael is called a lad shortly afterwards. He was able to maintain himself and Hagar with his bow. And his mother took, and in Genesis 21-20, and his mother took a wife for him from Egypt. The narrative, therefore, does not represent Ishmael being a grown man, and the idea has probably arisen from supposition that Abraham placed Ishmael as well as applied a food on Hagar's shoulder. So it says it's not applying in that verse that he was a grown man, right? That's not what the verse is
No,
applying.
you are lying. You are lying, Theon. Does not represent Ishmael as a small
Can you
child.
share the link,
Does not
please?
does not represent Ishmael as a small child. Why you say grown man? Why you lie, man? I am reading with you.
Listen, brother, he's comparing. Let me read it again. And Ishmael
Hey,
was
I think the
16
name is
or
pronounced
17
Hagar,
years
right?
old. But the word Yalid used in the place has no reference to age. So it's telling you that it's not telling you whether he was a grown man or a little child. Is that not what he's saying in the beginning of that?
Continue, because you
Okay.
just replace a word. Continue, yes.
No, I'm using the word Yalid, right? So if it's not
Yelit, he
referencing him,
say Yelit is a boy. He say it's don't reference to a boy. Yelit in Hebrew is like a boy. He say it's not a boy, but the word
so
Yelit used
is
in
the
the
word
place has no reference to age. So
the word Yalid used in this place has no reference to age. So why are you making him a grown man?
Yelit in Hebrew is a boy. So he say, but the word Yelit, the boy used in this place has no reference to age. Continue. Why you lie when you came to? He say does not represent Ishmael as a small child. You say as a grown man. No, it's not like he didn't say that. Read. Continue. I will mute myself. Continue.
Joseph, when he was about Ishmael's age. So the children mocked Elijah. That's 2 Kings 2:23. Were doubtless grown men. In Genesis 21-18, Ishmael is called a lad. Shortly afterwards, he will be able to maintain himself and Hagar with his bow in Genesis. And his mother took a wife for him from Egypt. Genesis 21:21. In the narrative, there does not represent Ishmael as a small child. It's still saying that he's not a grown man either. Is it not by the word Yalid?
So he say Ishmael as he is not a small child. This is
It
a
didn't say
scholar,
he's
Christian
not a
scholar.
small child. It does not say he's not a small child. It uses the word Yalid. If you're following his context, and why I said what I said is because he's showing you from the word Yalid, it does not reference age, right? So if you're trying to say that he was a certain age here, the word Yalid is showing you it's not clear on what age he was. But according
We
to
did it.
you,
We did it to Armando when Abraham in Genesis 16:16. When he is 86 years old, Ishmael was born. When Isaac was born, Abraham has like 100 years old. So when we make this minor this, it's 14 years old when Isaac born, and he played with Isaac and he mocked like his Elijah. So now Ishmael played. So Isaac grow up. Let's say like 1 years old. So here we have Ishmael 15 years old at least. So this is like logical if you just read Genesis from the first until the end. So the
no,
story of
hold
Ishmael.
on. But we're talking about from the way the scholar is explaining it. He says the word Yalid that's used in the verse does not reference age, right? So what I'm trying to show you, even if you try to make this verse literal, let's see the way that the scholar is attacking the verse. He's saying that the word Yalid is used in the verse. Is he not? Let's slow down. Is he not saying that the word Yalid is being used in the verse? Yes or no?
Yelit is a boy in Hebrew. So he say
But is it
no,
being used in
he's
the
not a
verse
boy.
that
He say
is it
negative. Negative. He is not a boy. He is not
so
Yelit.
it's not being used in the verse at all?
Yes, and you read it. He said does not represent Ishmael as a small child. Why you cannot like you read English better than me? I just struggle with English. So why it's like therefore concluded does not represent Ishmael as a small child. So he is not
It,
small child as like
but it
TP
just
want to
told
say.
you it does
He is
not
not.
give an age. Listen, you're missing the point. If he's telling you that the word Yalid is used in the verse, brother. Though he's mentioning his age in the verse, he's trying to tell you that the age is not clear, right? By reading the verse, if you want to attack it literal for a literalist, that's why he's reading it that way. I'm asking you if the word Yalid is being used in the verse that's being quoted, brother, is
Look.
it actually pertaining to his
You
age?
just
Yes or no?
Theon, you just challenge me. Like you say, hey, give me like Christian scholars say it's literally like put Ishmael on Hagar's shoulder.
Hey, Dewan,
I
where you
give
pulling
you
that
this
from?
allegory.
Genesis 21. Where you
I
pulling that from? I'm gonna go look that
Yeah,
word up too.
yes, because
yeah.
and I have
It's,
I have
because
Cambridge Bible too, and I
what I'm
have
trying to point out to him is it's in verse 14. When you get to verse 14, it says, and the child, quote, Ishmael was now 16 or 17 years of age. Right? That's what the verse says. But notice what he says after that. But the word Yalid used in this place has no reference to age.
I wanted to see Abraham's height.
and about hey guys, all the scholars of Christian Cambridge Bible for Schools, Benson commentary, Matthew Henry Constance commentary, they say literally like Abraham put the child on like Hagar's shoulder. So literally, it's not metaphoric like Theon said. That's why I challenge him. I say, like, give me just one scholar say what you say. It's metaphoric, and you mention Isaiah and this thing and that thing. No, it's literally, and that's why Muslim we take everything literally, even in the Quran. We don't go to some interpretation for myself. And you can, hey, well, the last guy, yes, the chosen. You can attack me in the Quran. I'm not afraid, man. I'm
I
here, and
know you
people
ain't got to
know
be
here.
afraid. I'm gonna say what I want to say anyway. But let me read this out of the blue letter, right? Because even go look at that word nagar,
Before
right?
you read
It
it
comes.
before you read it real fast, the point that I'm making to him from the verses that he brings out, he's not realizing what the scholar is doing, right? The scholar is trying to say that if a man tries to reference him as being a small child, if we're taking it literal, right? If a man tries to reference him as being a small child, it does not make sense. If a man tries to reference him as a grown man, thinking that she actually carried the child, whether it be a small child or a 16-year-old, it does not make sense to look at it that way. That's why I'm saying it is not literal. He's not saying that it's literal. You can't read to me out of the scholar that you quoted where he's saying it's literally saying he was a grown man. He's trying to show you that the placing of when it says that Abraham placed the child upon her shoulders is not making the child literally being carried, whether a small child or a grown man. That's not what it means. And when you read what he's saying at the end of it, notice what he says. He says, the narrative, therefore, does not represent Ishmael as a small child. And the idea has probably arisen from the supposition that Abraham placed Ishmael as well as the supply of food on Hagar's shoulder, right? So it's not saying that
Right, right.
she's literally carrying him. That's what he's explaining. You're trying to make it seem like he's agreeing with the fact that she didn't that it's literal. He's not making the verse literal because he does not say that in the interpretation. He's clarifying for both parties, like you, Danny. If say if I was literally looking at the scripture and I say it was literal, let's concede to that. If you say it's a grown man and I say it's a small child, he's saying we're both wrong. It does not literally mean she carried him. That's what he's talking about.
Damn. If you can't get past what he just broke down, bro, you definitely a Muslim. You's a
That's why he used the
hardcore
word
Muslim.
believe.
No, I'm just like
Do
learning English.
do you guys
I'm
remember
not American
my?
like you guys.
Do you guys remember
Allah Akbar.
my
Kaboom.
initial question though was to show me where Abraham is 20 feet tall? Do we have that in this Christian scholar?
I'm being honest. I've been looking that up too. I ain't seen none yet though. Only thing I seen
Because
was the Islamic
that was the
mechanic.
original. That was the original thing. Because the claim was is that Ishmael is this really tall, heavy kid, right? And now I understand. Listen, I agree with you as far as the carrying. It's a burden, right? Abraham is burdening her with not only this child, but also with things to carry for supplies. But the original question was, how tall
Man.
is Abraham? I don't see that anywhere in what I'm reading, and I'll share the link so everybody can keep up.
Yeah, and that's a good point. That's the only point I'm making to Danny. He's saying that if we both are taking this verse literal, whether Danny say it's a grown man and I say it's a small child, and I try to fight from the argument, no, it was a baby she was carrying, and Danny say it does not make sense because she can't carry a man. He's saying we're both wrong It's not to be taken literal. That is what he's showing you by using the word Yalid in the beginning, which does not reference to age, right? So the burden that he placed on her, and not some child or some man she carried. We both would be wrong if we looked at it that way. If somebody take this verse and Danny say it's a man, and they turn around and say no, it's a child she's carrying, both are wrong because she's literally not picking him up. It's a burden being laid on her shoulders.
I do Muslims gotta force things. And just let truth be true. You gotta force it in for your own doctrine and things like that. Feel me? Just be honest.
All right, but I do got to say that
And
I
then
do got
and then hey,
I do got to say this right quick. But when they're dealing with Abraham and for like how tall he was, now for like the 20 feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no 20 feet because I got information that one of the Roman emperors, he was like 8'6". He was like 8 foot tall, 8 foot, yeah, 6 inches in height. So I want to just try to minimize like Abraham's height as we done every height is up because there is evidence, data that's saying that people was like a little bigger in stature and size in those days because you got to remember when Abraham went against the Emium, the Valley of the Giants, and they was just, if they was just as big as being described or whatever. Well, let me take that back because I know through the power and strength of the Most High, through that stone that David had that he took down Goliath, so Abraham with God backing him, but sort of my belief still had the capability of defeating them giants. But we just talking height. I want to see him being up front of like I could see him being probably like 8 feet or something like that, but 20 feet. I think that's an exaggeration, but hold on, let me be. But I know why Islam further from because you got they call it the Valley of the something. I think it's the Valley of the Giants over there in Arabia, some part of Arabia where Abraham at that time when he fought against the Giants. It was over there in the desert. When you go look at the Thousand Night of Arabia, I forgot the name of the exact place where it was called, so like the Valley of the Giants, but no, there was smaller statues of people back then compared to our height right now. I can't admit to that part, but 20 feet, no, I don't say no 20 feet.
Yeah, 20 feet is crazy.
so the thing is like this is like agree with a Christian scholar. He is not a boy. He is 15 years old or 16 years old. Ishmael. He was not carrying by Hagar on her shoulder. And then we find if you continue Genesis, when the water in the skin was gone, she put the boy under one of the bushes. 15 or 16 years old boy. Then she went off and sat down about a bush away, for she thought, I cannot watch the boy die. Okay, maybe like 15, 16 years old, he can die. He is so thirsty or something. She is so strong. She is a woman, but maybe he is like not that strong. And then God heard the boy crying, 15, 16 years old boy crying. It's normal too. And the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, wait, is the matter? What is the matter, Hagar? Do not be afraid. God has heard the boy crying, and as he lies there, lift the boy up and take him by the hand, for I will make him into a great nation. 19. Look at this. Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. So she went and filled the skin with water and gave the boy a drink. So this 15 or 16 years old boy, he cried, he was dying, and he cannot even like drink for himself when he see water. And Hagar do all this, so it's like he became baby again, the 16, 15 years old. You find this logical, Theon?
Yes, because when you read verse 15 from the same scholar you quoted, because I'm a hold the scholar that's cutting you to pieces to your feet. In verse 15, he's implying that your literal understanding of it is a wrong way of looking at it. Verse 15, he says, she cast the child under the shrub. Now, is this literally talking about her carrying a baby and throwing him under the shrub? No, because it already clarified that he's a grown man. Now, watch this. The act was one of despair. Ishmael, though 16 years old, had not yet come to his strength. And at a time when his human life was so prolonged that 40 was the usual age of marriage, was probably not as capable of bearing fatigue as a young man nearly grown up would be in our days. He thus became exhausted and apparently faint, and his mother, after trying to trying in vain to support him, cast him down in anguish, and abandoned herself in grief. So even if you say that this is literal, the boy hanging off of her neck is like when someone's wounded and they have their arm over your shoulder and you're trying to support him because it's depicting that he's faint. First of all, they're in a desert. He's not strong enough to bear to carry himself. So she's trying to help him, but when she got weary of despair of it, she left him under the shrub. Cast the child under the shrub, right? That is what it's saying. It's not saying in the literal sense that you're taking it, that she literally carried him, or it has to mean when it says that he carried her upon his shoulders, that she's literally carrying this child. And the scholar is showing you that. It says that what that means is the act of one, that this act is one of despair. She leaves him there. So your understanding of trying to make it natural, the scholar is countering you.
Crying, like
Look at
16
the
years
context
old,
of the
15
story.
years old crying.
Everything he just said, verify with the context of the passages once you keep on reading. This is crazy. And so now when you look at Book of Jasher 21, it expounds upon what he was saying. Hey, that's another one. The one when you look at Jasher 21, they talk about the
I
same
didn't know if
thing
people
with
believe
Ishmael.
in that, but I do. I know that
Hey,
chapter.
you know, well, I tell anybody, when people say, well, I don't believe. Well, but you're going to read Harry Potter. You're gonna read all the other stuff, but when you read something that gives you some idea of the historicity when it comes to the Bible, I don't want to read that book. I hate when they do that shit. But that's different. To me, the one they limited themselves to the wisdom and understanding of what's going on, try to get understanding. Not saying that you got to wholeheartedly run with what was being said, but you'll get a glimpse of what's being expressed in conjunction with or give you further expression of what the scriptures are also saying too, though. So that's how I utilize it, though. You know.
I agree too. The Book of Jasher is expounding exactly the same thing I say, but I try not to go there in some of these rooms because people reject it. But the Book of Jasher is saying exactly what this scholar is saying, right? It's showing you that the child was faint. He could not bear himself because notice the water that she had for her and the child, it's all gone, right? And she's able as a grown woman to go through, know what it is to be without. But Ishmael does not. So he's faint and she leaves him under the bush. And God heard the child cry. It's not saying that when it says she cast the child, it does not mean she literally put him down. Like she had him in her arms and she put him down. But that's the way that you're looking at it, Danny. And this scholar is fighting against that. It said, no, it's an act of despair and not literally picking him up and putting him down. So you're misinterpreting our scriptures and trying to make him say what you want him to say.
Just if we move the name of Ishmael and Hagar and we read the story from 15 to the end, it's a boy who is crying, really. Babies is crying. He is not only like faint, he is crying, goddamn. And I don't understand, like 16 years old, he can be tired, he can like, he's dying, but he cry from the thirst, like
Why is he
something here, like, yes, like why like 16 years old, let's say 15 years old, he is crying. Why? Like a
Why?
baby.
Because he had everything provided to him. Hold on. He had everything provided to him when he was in Abraham's house. He didn't have to lack or worry about nothing. When Sarah said, cast her son and that bondwoman and her son away from him, Abraham, the Bible tell you what was given to Hagar and son to the wilderness. And like the brother expressing to y'all, bro, if y'all can see what's going on, you'll see what's going on. But hey, the one I'm gonna say this: we can see the relationship between the Most High God and His creation, right? Islam don't see it that way. They just fucking slaves, so they only can just do slave stuff. They can't see how the Most High heard Hagar and came to her and gave her comfort while she was going through the wilderness. And told her, and they don't see that. They only want to see what they want to see because the Bible is lying. Put down the Bible and come to the Quran. That's his bigger picture. We ain't doing that because y'all can't validate what's going on inside y'all own Quran to try to come over here inside the Bible and try to say what's going on with it. Hey, Danny, do not open your mouth about the Bible no more. Do not.
Another thing that throw me off with the Quran, they say Noah was preaching for 950 years, and he only lived 950 years.
And he was only
That's
preaching
not
for
in the Quran.
120 years.
Give the link, me. Give the link from the Quran about Noah age. Give it. Take your time.
But they told this what the Muslims told me.
You say in the Quran, the age of Noah is this and that. Give the link or give the verse at least.
All right, it say he was preaching for 9. All right, I did read it, but I'll find it. I'm at work, so you gotta give me a minute.
Take your time, man. But read about the Noah and his son Ham in the Bible, the cursed son Ham, and you know about that story so much, especially black people.
Damn, why you gotta throw race in it?
It doesn't say anything about black
No, no, no,
people,
no,
but
no,
good
no, no, no,
try.
no, no. Let me get this a shot. Let me get this a shot, right? Because even when you look at the scholars about that, right? You can go to Zohar, you can go to even etymologyonline.com, and you can look up Shem. You can look up Ham, and you look up Japheth. It say this about Shem. He was dark but comely. It say this about Ham.
Ham,
He
Ham.
was black. Hold on, he was black as a raven. You say this about Japheth. He was entirely white. So if you want to talk about Ham, we're not. Well, I'm gonna say this speak for myself, and I understand why y'all want to holler about Ham because you talk about Ham was cursed. Ham wasn't cursed. It was his son Canaan that was cursed. First of all, y'all need to go read the Bible and come about those indoctrinated talking points. Go read the Bible. It was Canaan who was cursed. It wasn't Ham who was cursed. But
Should
y'all
we
want to say
see?
Ham was cursed. Hold on, let me say this. They want to know that Ham was cursed because now they say, "Oh, Ham, he the black man, so the black man cursed." You ill-informed, misinformed bastards. Go back and read, and go
Should
back
we?
and do some research on the word that you read also. And,
Should we
and,
see
and the
what
one
his
that
son said?
hold on, and the one that's true to you that even with the scholar you posted, you don't read the very information that you try to come and give us to try to prove us wrong. You need to just read up, Danny, and don't say a goddamn thing no more.
Should we see
Saying, boy.
what his son says about black people? Should we do that? Should we
No,
see
no,
that
let's keep
they are to go
point
to
about
hell
Noah.
because they're black? Should we read that? Because I can share the link right now.
Oh,
Let,
those
let,
trippy.
let's get the surah. Let's get the surah about how long Abraham preached, Noah preached, since he says it's not in there. And I know about heart. It's Surah 29, 14 to 22. It says that Noah preached for 920 years, brother. So you can't say 50 years, actually. You can't say that it's not in there. Go read the Surah. Surah, go ahead. 29. You say it's not in there. You got your Quran, 14 to 22. Read that and tell me it didn't say he preached for 950 years there.
And you know what the
No,
Bible
but
says
he speak
about
about
Noah?
the age.
You know what the Bible says that Noah was preaching? He was preaching the gospel, and that's 2 Peter 2 verse 5.
Okay, why you don't mention like because I'm Muslim, you know, the chosen. He say like we are Muslim are stupid. We cannot like understand things. Explain to me the chosen, the Ham cursed story. I will listen to you, man.
There is
Give
no
me like the
ham in
real
the
version.
Quran. First of all, there is no ham in the Quran. Nothing. It says nothing about him.
Oh no, there is. No, there is in the
No,
Quran
there
about Ham.
Can
isn't.
you hold on? Can you read it for us right quick if it's in there? Read it. Go read it right now. Read it right now if it's in there right quick. Then you got it, so you got it. You got it.
From the Bible or from the Quran?
From the Bible. Hey, don't read the Bible no more. Only read from the Quran going forward. Read that from the Quran.
Okay, the TP here says there is no Ham in the Quran. I will give a
Yeah, so
verse
go
from
ahead.
Quran about Ham.
Surah
Okay, no
chapter
problem,
5,
man.
103. Go ahead and read it. That's what you're talking about, Danny. Surah chapter 5, 103. Go ahead. I'm on your neck. Go ahead. That's what you're looking for. Surah chapter 5, 103. Go ahead. It take you that long to find it in your Quran?
My Quran is Arabic, so I must Google it in English. So yes, when you give me like the verse, I need to search for it.
Yeah, Surah chapter 5, 103.
So
That's what.
Please
okay.
please don't read it in Arabic. Nobody want to listen to that witchcraft. Read it in English.
Yo, chill. Be respectful.
God damn it.
I'm just
You
saying,
don't like
Don't
you,
sound
talk
like he
shit
casting
about them.
spells on
Listen,
somebody. When they read out of
don't
Arabic,
talk
sound like they
shit.
casting spells on people.
Don't
it's
talk
Semitic
shit.
language like Hebrew, you know. You read in English, I know you cannot have the original language, you know, and you don't have the language
Yeah,
of Jesus
brother, you
Christ.
don't know anything.
So maybe like language of Jesus Christ is Semitic too. Maybe it's like witchcraft for him when he say Ella Ella lama shabaqtani. It's like Arabic somehow. I can understand it in Arabic, even it's Aramaic, but you cannot. So okay, the Theon say read this. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allah has not appointed such innovation as Bahira or Saiba or Wasila or Ham, but those who disbelieve invent falsehood about Allah, and most of them do not reason. This is not what I talk about, Theon. She asked me about the son of Noah, Ham. I have another verse about the son of Noah, Ham. That's what I want to have. Just 1 minute.
Only other verse you can be talking about is chapter 11.
So you have the answer, because she said there is nothing about Ham in the Quran. Just because I am Muslim and she dislike anything I say, she just jump on me. So no problem, man. So at least like there's something.
Show
So
us
now,
in your Quran that Ham was cursed. That Ham was cursed. Show us in your Quran that Ham was cursed. That was the
no, I
sentiment of her
didn't say
question
that.
that she asked you.
No, we didn't have those racist things in the Quran. No, this is the Bible stories, man. Those are Bible stories.
Well, show us in the
We
Bible
don't
where
have
Ham was cursed.
racism.
Hey, Mike, show us in the Bible where Ham was cursed.
Oh, this is not good for you, Dashon. I will win this battle, really. Okay, be ready. Don't
Ham
Uncle,
was never cursed,
don't
bro.
jump. Uncle, can you listen to this? Don't close the room and don't jump to another subject, and we will find Ham is cursed.
First off, I'll do whatever the hell I want. Second off, right? Ham was never cursed, bro. You're arguing in bad faith right now. Ham was never cursed.
Surah 11, brother, 42 to 43. Surah chapter 11, 42 to 43, if that's where you're going.
Now, what he's probably going to do is bring up commentary from Surah 37, Ayah 77, but it's not in the Quran itself. You're not going to find it. You're just not. He's got to go to commentary. If he wants to go to commentary, I'm going to whip him.
He's going to get hadith, one of the two.
That's fine. Let's go to the hadith. That's even better, because that black hell, according to hadith, according to Muhammad.
The hadith.
Islam is an incomplete religion because their book is so incomplete that they have to refer to other books.
They need the Bible. That's Surah 3, Ayah 3 through 4. It says that Allah revealed the Bible.
What's the Bible? Which version?
The Torah and the Injil, according to Surah 3, Ayah 3 through Ayah 4.
You can go with the Bible out there. They're going to cut your head off.
Okay, we go to Genesis 9.
Why are we going back to the Bible? We want to go back to the Quran. Where it says that
we don't have
Noah had
racism. We don't have a son of Noah cursed in the Quran. It's in the Bible.
You don't have Ham anywhere in there. You don't have Ham. You don't have the story
his children
of Ham.
are
You
black.
have to use my Bible.
Thank God we don't have the story.
Thank God we don't have it. If it is like the real story in the Bible, thank God.
Y'all really made a phone call talking apes.
I think you missed her point. If there's no story of Ham in the Bible, we understand you're saying it does not promote racism, but this is the point she's making. Because there is no story of Ham and what happened to Ham in the scriptures, in your Quran, then the problem is this, right? When Ham is being mentioned in your Quran, where is this understanding coming from? If there's no story of Ham spoke about in your Quran, right?
That means it's corrupted. It's corrupted. Your book is corrupted. Noah is prophet for us. He will not curse his son.
Hold on.
And he say his children of Ham, exactly children of Ham are like slave for others' children's seed. This is racism in your book.
Okay, you say that our book talks about him being cursed. We get that your Quran does not mention him being cursed. You're missing her point.
Yes, it's fairy tale because it's fairy tale, but you believe it.
Listen, if there's no story of Ham in your Quran, right? There's nothing talking about how Ham came to be, where Ham descended from. If that's not in your Quran, when your Quran just pops up and starts talking about Ham, where is it getting its understanding of Ham from? What story?
We don't have racism and cursed Satan in the Quran. But you Jews corrupt the book that you believe. You say it's holy book. Noah is a prophet of us. He is a good man, chosen by God. But for you, he is naked, cursed his son, who copulate with a dog, and his children become black like him, and they
But
are
you're
cursed
saying,
to
hold
be
on,
slaves for
hold
the
up,
other
hold up.
children.
You're
Like
saying that Allah's, hold on, you're saying that Allah's words are corrupt?
So listen,
Okay,
yes,
so
your Bible
Allah's
is
words are
corrupt, so
corrupt. You
you
guys heard
cannot
that,
say it's a
right?
holy Bible.
Because the Quran says no one can corrupt Allah's words. No one.
hey, Tippy,
Yes,
say something.
yes. Yeah, that's why we have
Right.
Quran,
Hold
yes.
on 1 second.
It's
Without those
different.
stories,
Out
you
of the
know, about copulating
120,000
with
books
dogs.
that Allah sent, because each prophet has a book, only the
Let me
Quran is
read something.
preserved.
Let me read something
MashaAllah.
real quick. Let me read something real quick from the Muslim brother. All right. So in Deuteronomy 18, right? Deuteronomy 18 and 8. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and I will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. All right, now let's go to this. Let's go to Genesis 49 and 10. So Genesis 49 and 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall be the gathering of the people. All right. So this lawgiver from between his feet. So let's go to Isaiah 53 and 2 real fast. Isaiah 53, verse 2. He's coming out of this is where he's coming out of. Isaiah 53, verse 2. For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of dry ground. He shall have no form of nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. So he's going to grow up out of Judah. This man that you're talking about, he's coming up out of Judah, as is written in Genesis 49:10. There's an issue with you when you say that Christ is coming up out of Ishmael. That makes no sense whatsoever. He's the vine that's coming up. That's why it says Isaiah 53, for he shall grow up before him as a tender plant. And like I said again, we'll go back to Genesis 49 and 10.
Just
Isaiah
respectfully,
49 and
he
10.
never said that. He never said that.
The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor the lawgiver from between his feet. This is the one until Shiloh come, and unto him shall be the gathering of the people be.
Danny never said that Jesus came out of Ishmael, though.
No, that's something that they say. That's what the Mohammedans believe.
Not all
What?
No, we don't say that.
Where did you
We
get that
don't
from
say
then?
that.
They said
Not
that the
all
prophet.
Muslims
Don't say
believe that.
They went to Deuteronomy 18 and 18. If you talk to them, they usually say, "This is Muhammad who's coming out."
It depends on the Muslim you're talking about.
No, there is no Muslim believe like Jesus Christ came from the Ishmaelites. He came from the Israelites. So no Muslim believe something like that. Peace be
Danny,
upon Jesus Christ. And the thing, he tried to jump about the curse of Canaan, son of Ham, because Uncle Rocco said there is no like curse of Ham. No, there is. And I know you know it, guys. Genesis 9 from
There's no
18:21.
curse
But
of
you don't
Ham
want.
though. What that is Ham's son got cursed, right? That was Canaan. Okay,
Man, if
there was no curse to Ham, but what it was right. Basically, they all got ordered into like kind of how they were going to be, right? Like Shem was basically going to be like the chosen one. Ham was supposed to serve his brothers, and then Japheth was I forgot what Japheth was, right? But there was no curse. There was just an order of operation to do with it. That was it.
So it's like a second original sense. So here, the Canaanites, the sons of Ham, the Canaanites, they are cursed because their father mistake.
Repeat that again. The Canaanites, the sons of Ham.
Uncle,
Bingo, you
Yes,
said it
the
yourself.
Canaan. Canaan is the son of Ham. Ham is the father of Canaan.
So
So
how
why?
the fuck is the son being cursed reflecting on the father being cursed?
Imagine one guy, all his seeds will be servant for his brother's
It
seeds.
didn't say
This is
all of
not a
his
curse
seeds.
for you.
It says Canaan.
Right, bro. You got to be honest at some point in time, dude. Stop just doing stuff like that, dude.
Canaan the son of who?
It's not his descendants as well.
Canaan the son of who, Uncle Rox?
No,
son of
he
Ham.
said
Uncle
Ham
Rox,
got cursed. We
Canaan, the son
read
of
to you
who?
that Canaan got cursed. Y'all,
included when it says
excuse me. Excuse me. Y'all got to be honest. Y'all got to be honest,
He
man.
being dishonest.
Yeah, he is, and that's why Tippy asked a good question. He said Canaan, the son of Ham. Show me where your Quran said that Canaan is the son of Ham. Read it.
we don't have that. We don't need that actually.
That's the
What does
point
You,
that
that
you
I'm
have to
guys
do
don't
making.
need
with
a
your
lot in that
No,
salvation?
Quran. That
I
bullshit
told
ass
you.
book. You might
I
as
told
well
I
burn it.
told you,
Hold on,
Faye.
You might as well
No,
use
no,
that
there is
shit
another
to
thing.
go ahead and light the fire through the
We
We
book.
don't
don't we
have the
You
prophets.
might as
we
well
don't have
burn
fairy
that
tales.
stupid ass book, because that book is retarded.
We don't have
The
racism.
point that
We
I'm
don't have
making
racism.
from
So, uncle, you find our books
It's
are
100%
retarded,
retarded.
and
It's
this story is
incomplete.
not retarded enough.
just
Hold on,
from
hold
what
on.
you say,
I just wanted to say to Theon
just
very
from what
quick.
you say, just from what you're saying, if there's no, he said we don't need that. Exactly, because
Yeah,
what you're
I'll tell
getting
you
it from,
specifically what I
what
said.
you're,
I'll tell
what you're
you.
getting it from is our Bible.
No, I'll tell you
Exactly.
specifically
We
what
need
I
to
said,
use
right?
our Bible
Hold
to
on, before
further
you
your
guys
book, to
interrupt,
strengthen
right?
your
You
book,
did
and
ask
you
me
might as well throw your
specifically.
book away and just use
No
our
problem, no
Bible.
problem. Yeah, perfect.
Bingo.
No, no
Pass the
Hey,
problem.
Bible.
and
No
the
problem, no
underline.
problem. But Theon,
Hey,
exactly what you said. You try to ask, do you guys have it? I told you, we don't have any prophets cursing their sons. Right? My book, we don't have any of that.
Your
Right?
book is
And
not
to
complete.
my book, one second, I just want to
Your book
finish.
jumps around and
I just wanted to
half-ass
finish.
tells the story that the
According
Bible
to
says.
my book, this is a fabrication, right? This whole situation of Noah come cursing his sons, making some sons slaves over others. This is a fabrication. This doesn't happen to the prophets of God. These 1% of people, the best of the best. They're not out here
man,
cursing their
Allah don't
children,
talk
bro.
about
Right?
nothing but servants and
Right? That's
slaves.
all I'm saying. That
If you
that's
believe in
empty.
Allah, you ain't nothing but a
Right?
fucking
The
slave
prophets
or a
in my
servant, bro.
book
So stop, bro.
actually have
Stop, bro.
righteousness, honor. They actually do
They're
good things
brainwashed,
only.
bro.
They're
These
not
Muslims
cursing
are
their own
brainwashed
children.
good.
I'm talking about
The
brainwash
prophet
good.
curses. Hold on.
Hey, but real quick.
Do you
Hey, no,
believe that the
hold up.
prophet
No,
curses
no.
their own
Hey, no, let me
children?
say this. Let me say this right quick.
That's why
Hold
you
up,
shouldn't
no.
believe in blowing
Hold
shit
on.
up
It's a
and
simple
setting these
question.
virgins.
One second. No, let me address what Danny. Let me address what Danny's saying.
Do you
You shut the
believe
fuck
your
up, nigga. Don't tell me to
prophets
shut up.
curse their
Hey,
own
hey,
children?
Danny. Hey, did what Danny was saying, right? Hey, did what basically Danny saying. Danny basically saying that us black people come from Ham, so we curse, and that's why we're in the position where we
I'm
in.
African
Hold
American.
on.
Bro.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
African,
hey,
bro.
hey, hey, and that's what the sister was quoting from the
I don't
Hadith.
come from
That's
Ham,
how
bro. I don't
Muhammad
know
feel
what you're
about
talking
us. That's exactly how Muhammad feel about us. We dark skinned people, we automatic curse. You dumb fuck.
Why? Yo, wait. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'm so sorry. But the chosen, why are you lumping me up with you, bro? Like, why are you saying all of us Africans are not related to this story, bro? What's going on here, bro? Relax, right?
I ain't say not one time
If
about no
you
fucking
believe that
Africans.
there's
What you talking
history,
about,
just one
bro?
second, 1 second.
Hey, not one
Just
time I
one
mentioned no
second. Hold on a
Africans,
second.
bro. So stop, bro.
Hold on a
No,
second.
you stop. You stop.
So the chosen. When Muhammad and his companions tried to run away from the tribe of Quraysh, they ran away to the Habasha, to Ethiopia, to black men because they are just. The first call of prayer in Islam, he is Bilal ibn Rabah. He was black
Muhammad
man.
was a white
The
man.
first,
Muhammad was
he's
a
Arab.
white
He's not
guy.
white man.
He
He is
was a
not white.
white guy,
He's
and I have
Arab.
all the
He is
hadiths to
Arab.
show you he
Yeah,
was a white
he
man.
from the Turkish stock. He was from the Turkish stock.
He was a total white dude. He had black slaves, and he cursed people. And I can show
Hey,
you all
stop
the
bringing that
hadiths.
no dude up.
So with
The
that,
thing,
guys,
guys,
listen. I have to go to work. God bless you all. For the Muslims, I do pray that you come to the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ, as well as the atheists. So God bless everybody.
Yo, Danny, the man that asked you to stop bringing no up, bro.
Tippy.
no, because you know the chosen, the chosen. You know the story continue. The Lord Jesus Christ, your Lord.
Back, all right.
It, you know this story. It's like in the Old Testament that chosen. It's like you know, like we don't care about it. It's Ham and Noah. You know, you find like about Matthew 15, 24 to 39 about like the Canaanite woman and Jesus Christ. You know that story. So when she came to him because she has like crazy mad like daughter, she asked Jesus Christ, the Lord, to just heal her daughter. He answered her, I went sent only to the lost sheep of Israel. So the woman came and kneeled before him. Lord, help me, she said. He replied, it is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs because she is Canaanite. This is Jesus Christ. She said,
continue.
yes, it is, Lord. Yes, yes. And I know the end of the story. Yes, it is, Lord. She said, even the dogs like me, Canaanites, eat the crumbs that fall from their master table. Who are the masters? Who are the masters? Sons of Sham, the Beni Israel, Israelites. Then Jesus said to her, "Woman, you have great faith. You know, you are dog, you are Canaanite. Your request is granted." And her daughter was healed at that moment. So when she accepted that she is dog, then like he answered her, "The Lord Jesus Christ, peace be upon him." This is the racism in the Bible, even in like the New Testament, guys. The same racism. Canaanite people. This woman, what is like the guilt of this woman? She believed in Jesus Christ. She came to him. She know he has power. And even with that, he just, no, he hesitate, She's from the dogs of Canaanites. And you believe this is a holy book and the Quran is racist and this a holy book?
Well, let's
This
clean
is
that
a
up a
book
little
of
bit.
racism.
Let's clean that up a little bit because there's a centurion that also questioned Jesus, and he claimed how great his faith was, just like the woman, right?
When she said, "I'm a dog," right?
She didn't say I was a dog. Yeah,
But
go
she is
ahead.
Canaanite. She is cursed. She is Canaanite. She is from the son of Canaan, son of Ham, son of
That's
Noah.
not. No, that's not exactly why he called her a dog. First of all, when you read the scriptures, the Canaanites came to the Israelites and first called them dogs. So God changed the proverb around on them. They came out their mouth in the Bible and were calling the Israelites dogs. So God made them wear their own proverb. He made them lay in their own, what you call their doo-doo, right? Because they were named calling the Israelites, God made them wear that name. So they became known as the dogs. In Isaiah, God said that no dog shall lick or pat his tongue against the children of Israel. It was not the Israelites who just were running around calling Canaanites dogs. The Canaanites were running around calling the Israelites dogs because when the Israelites came into their land, the Israelites didn't have no land. They were poor. They didn't have anything that belonged to them. So they came to the Canaanites and asked them to allow them to pass through, give them bread and water, and they told him no. So what did God do? God reversed they looked at them as poor people. When Canaan was already a nation that was established, Israel was not. So when Israel came to them, they rejected them and called them dogs. So in turn, when Canaan fell, God made Canaan dogs. He made them reap what they sowed. They called the Israelites dogs, so God called them dogs. The woman acknowledged her own self as a dog because she had known what her people had done to Israel and how the proverb had befallen them. And if you want to dive into that, I can show you that in the scriptures. So don't just try to make it seem like the Bible is promoting racism. It's not. It's actually promoting. It's actually promoting from that verse equality, because the Bible tells you what you do unto others, so shall it be done unto you. So because they did it to the Israelites, God made it happen unto them, where there was a time period where they were known as dogs because they first called the Israelites dogs. That's Bible chapter and verse, and I can show you that.
Hey, and let me back out what he's saying in Acts 15 to show you that the Bible is not dealing with no man. This is crazy though. This Acts 15 and verse 14. No, Acts 15, yeah, verse 14. Simeon have declared how God at first did visit the Gentiles to take out of them a people for his name. Hey, how is this racism? That God first visited a Gentile to take out of them a people for his name? That's outside of Israel.
Who was the
Man,
people? Who was the people among the Gentiles who need to be taken out from the Gentiles? Who was in the vessel?
repeat that question again.
Who was among the Gentiles in the unclean vessel that needed to be taken out of that vessel?
Who was among the Gentile that was in the unclean vessel?
Yeah, the ones that were in the unclean vessel that need to be taken out.
I don't get that question. You have to explain that to me.
Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can grab it for you.
Yeah, why he
No, I'm
grabbing it?
saying just rephrase the question. Like you can ask the same question, just ask it in a different way. Maybe I can get it from there.
Yo, Danny, but did you get that? Did you understand that though? Well, bro,
Hell no, he don't get that.
Let me answer for myself, the chosen. The thing is,
Read 1 Samuel
he
24
tried.
and 14. 1
Okay,
Samuel
I will read
24
it.
and 14 is where it starts. And then you can get Exodus 11 and verse 7, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. They called the Israelites dogs. That's how they looked at them, right?
The
They
thing,
even called them fleas.
okay, Theon. The thing is, dogs mentioned in the Bible 23 times. If you want to Psalms, like Gentiles call it dogs many times by the Israelites. It's not just because Canaanites say it first to Israelites. So Israelites, like Jesus Christ, say about them, about the woman, she's dog too, and she confessed that. No, 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 no. Jews, Israelites are so famous to call people dogs, the Gentiles, exactly, the other nations. So you came here as I don't know the Bible, and if we want to have like discussion about that, a calm one, we can, because it's not about Canaanites start first and Israelites, they are so innocent, they don't call people dogs. No,
But
they
dude, he just referenced
many
two.
times.
He just referenced two passages. You can go read and see what they called them first. You said we could have the discussion, but he just quoted two passages that you go read from to have the discussion. You don't want to talk about it. You just want to act like you want to
No,
talk
no, I
about it.
read it. I don't run away.
The Philistines.
You are
What,
like so intense. I can
what
read
nation
anything.
did the Philistines come from? What nation did the Philistines come from, Danny?
There is many interpretation. They say to them, people of the sea came from Cyprus. There is like many, like it's not like so
Did
like
they join
exactly.
themselves
There
to
is facts
Canaan?
about them.
Did they join
What?
themselves to Canaan?
Yes, for sure. Like people of that land,
Okay,
like they
so
mix up
so
and they.
did not the Philistine that David fought against call him a dog?
Yes, but did the Israelites didn't
That's
call
my
them
point.
dogs first?
That's my point
Okay.
right there.
Us.
That's where it first started.
No, no, no. We must go first because you say like it's like a reaction. So who called the other's dog first? This is the challenge. We go on there on
He
that.
just told
Theo?
you that. Are
The
you slow or what, dude?
The Philistines called David, who would be the righteous seed of God. The Philistines called them dogs. They looked at them as peasants. They looked at them as poor people. So God made them eat their words. They called them dogs, and when the Philistines fell, Canaan fell. And because Canaan fell, God made them dogs. What does a dog do? A dog begs for food. A dog has
No,
need.
I'm sorry, Theon, but that example that you're using, it requires a sort of you could say, when like in the time of King David, when his people followed him, right, they were given victory and success, right? In the same status here, right? The children of Israel never had no status or success. Right? You can't come and say that they are now in a raised level than other people, right? They were still under the orders of people who were idol worshippers.
So,
Okay,
They
brother,
weren't they
brother, what
weren't
does that
given
have
no
to do with the
success.
fact?
They weren't given
Listen,
no victory. You're
what
trying to say that there
what
was
is
a
that?
victory over here or
Listen,
something.
you're missing the
Once
point. What
again,
does
I
that
don't know
have to
what you're
do with
talking about. AAMB. What are you
the fact?
talking about?
No,
What
I
does that
mean
have to
like
do with the
I
fact in
mean
First
pretty
Samuel?
much. Hold on, I'll explain
First
what I'm
Samuel
saying.
17. Let's read the Bible. Like you brothers be Muslims and don't try to tell us about us. Let's read it.
No, of
In
course, but I'm just
In
saying
First Samuel,
let's break
in
it down
First
for the
Samuel
people
chapter
listening.
17,
Yo, Theon, just be slow.
the
Somebody said to break it down. I'm just telling you, let's go slowly.
trying to, right? He didn't tell you to break it
Yo, you
down,
gotta listen
right?
though. We're having a
When you're
discussion,
reading
bro.
First Samuel 17,
I'm gonna
what's
let you
taking
read.
place is the
I'm gonna let you
Philistine
read,
tries to
bro.
get smart with David. He tries to break bad with David and get smart with him. David came out with a slingshot and some sticks. He gonna tell David, "Am I a dog that you come to me with sticks?" Because he looks at David as a peasant, right? That's like me going to the Chosen's house and the Chosen giving me some food, and I say, "Am I a dog that
Okay,
you feed me
were we
this?"
speaking about
What
the
am
time
I?
of David?
Let me
It was
finish.
when Jesus spoke to the girl, right?
Let me finish. What am I calling the Chosen? If I walk in the Chosen's house and he gives me some food and I say, "Am I a dog that you feed me this?" Basically, I'm calling his family dogs because I'm rejecting the food and I'm doing it with disrespect. The Philistine is basically calling David a dog from this verse, and the scholars will agree with me. He's calling him a dog. So God makes him eat his words. When Philistines begin to fall, which joined themselves to the land of Canaan, God makes them the dogs and not the Israelites. Because then they took the Canaanites' land and they became those that were seated in wealth. And now the Canaanites have to beg the Israelites for food, making themselves dogs. That's what the scriptures is talking about. And it
Theo,
started from the Philistines.
no problem. So you believe pretty much that somebody swore a prophet, and then later on a prophet swore back, right?
No, the prophet didn't have to swear back. God defended.
Bro. Jesus clearly told the lady, "You're a dog." She said, "Yeah, I am. But please help
Brother,
me."
you're talking about in Matthew. We're in the Old Testament. How did the word dog begin? Do you know? How did it begin?
We're asking you, why is it okay that he called her a dog? You're trying to say because this guy called David a dog? That's why? Is that literally your answer, bro?
Yes, because the reason why it's okay that
so
Jesus.
no problem. You lost the whole plot, bro. You said a lot.
First of all, let's not act like. First of
Bro,
all,
you
let's
said a
not act
lot.
like Jesus.
Yo, you told me to let
First
you
of
say
all,
this,
let's
bro.
not
I let
act
you read
like
the verse
Jesus
and
just
say your
called
thing,
her
bro.
a dog. Jesus
Bro, we
didn't
let
just
you.
come out and call her.
We let you speak, bro.
Jesus did not just come out and call her a dog. He didn't do that.
Take your time,
She
bro.
called herself. She acknowledged that she was a dog, right? Did she not?
Bro, are you not a normal person, bro? Is this guy okay?
Did she call herself a dog? Yes or no?
Bro, are you gonna let me talk, or you're just gonna keep talking, bro?
Did she call herself a dog?
But you're not gonna answer the question, dude. If you're not gonna answer the question, why you just want to talk?
Problem. Can I even respond?
You're for sure, bro.
I'll answer both at once. If he just promises to let it be a discussion, not to just start venting to lower the volume and start talking.
You technically jumped in the conversation.
It sounds like you're turning down the volume and you're just talking, bro.
I wasn't
No, that was
talking
you
to
doing.
you.
That was you want to come on mic and you ain't saying nothing. You ain't said a damn thing that's sustainable since you came out mic, dude.
Yo, anybody can start swearing, buddy. I'm asking bro to just chill, take a breath, right?
You just bringing up anything. You're not even on topic, though, dude. You're not even on topic.
Into a conversation. I'm referring to Danny.
Yo,
and you're
Theon,
trying
you're
to
already
jump
going back
into a
in. Look,
conversation.
Theon's still not stopping.
But I wasn't talking to you. You
just
interrupted.
Take a breath, bro. Just take a breath.
But was I talking to you?
Hey, you take a breath, dude. Hey, dude, you take a breath. Hey, dude, you take a breath, dude. You take a breath.
Okay, how about this?
Somebody don't
I'll
want to hear
wait
you.
patiently.
Hey, bro,
You're done.
can you finna let Danny and the one have their conversation, dude? Because you ain't got nothing.
I'll wait patiently until you're done. How about that?
Yeah, so
To do what? What you got to? Hey, the one, real quick. The one.
Hold on. Yo,
Let's show patience.
Chosen, take a breath.
Let's show patience. Let this asshole say we got to say so.
Take a seat. Take a seat. Theon, can you just finish? Theon, finish, please.
No. You can go ahead, and then when you're done, I'll talk to Danny because I'm not
what
talking.
Are you yo, bro, just chill, relax. Yo,
go
Theon,
ahead.
just finish, please. Theon, just finish, please.
Yeah, don't nobody respond to him. Just let him get that bullshit off he's gonna say.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him talk.
Bro, you just fought for it. I'm not going. You just fought for this. Just finish what you're saying, bro.
You don't tell nobody what the fuck to do. Won't you just get the fuck up?
Him, he just
hey,
fought for this.
bro, hey, Miles, this dude messing up the conversation. He's not saying nothing.
You can't do this now.
Hey, moderation. He's not saying anything at all, moderation. Now, if you got something to say, bro, hold on, bro. If you got something to say, go on, say what you got to say, then, dude. God damn. All right, the one you got it, so you can pick back up with Danny, bro.
Yeah, the point that I'm talking to is Danny, right? He tried to jump in and defend something from Matthew. All I'm asking Danny is, when did this start? He talking about take a breath. I'm calm. And Black will tell you I talk like this in every room. I'm really not being violent. If that's how you take it, forgive me. But I've been talking like this since he know me. I'm not being violent. This is just who I am, right? I'm asking you that how did the term being called a dog start? Is it that Jesus just pops up with the term? Because if you're looking at it like he's disrespecting this woman, he's not. This became a proverb, right? So I'm asking Danny,
because of Jezebel
how did this,
and the dog, right?
How did this proverb start? Who called who a dog first? Was it the Israelites that were calling, running around?
Isn't it the whole Jezebel and dog thing though?
No, right? It starts. That was way before. This was no. It didn't start with Jezebel, right? Jezebel was referred to because it didn't call Jezebel a dog. It said the dog shall come and lick Jezebel's sores, right?
Yeah, right.
Jezebel is not being referred to as a dog. The dogs are being referred to what licks Jezebel. But I'm saying, where does the understanding of the name calling come from, right? And is it righteous to call her a dog? That's the conversation. So I'm asking Danny, who was called a dog first? Was it Israel or anyone who was from Israel? Or was it the Canaanites that were called dogs first? Who was referred to as a dog?
Tragically, it would be difficult to answer your question.
I claim that the Jews start like claiming the others are dogs, and we can have challenge on this fail with like scripture. So go ahead.
Okay, so when you read First Samuel 17, what is the Philistine doing to David there? And I'll allow you to read it. I just want you to explain to me when you read it, what is he doing to David here, right? By telling him, "Am I a dog that you come to me with sticks?" What is he doing to David?
Explain to me.
But I'm asking you, brother. Like I want to see, because like if you, this is what I'm saying. Now, it'd be different if I was just explaining it to you and you didn't make a claim. But because you made a
Who said that?
claim,
Who said that? My dog. You came to me with a stick. Who said that?
the Philistine is saying that to David. So what is he trying to actually call David?
No. So he think like he my dog. He this question right or no? So am I dog that you came to me with a stick? So he speak about himself here.
Right. And what is he trying to say about David's strength? Because he has a sword in his hand, right? The Israelites during this
Yeah.
time, they didn't have iron or swords, did they?
So basically, like David is weak. Like he's just a little boy. Came with a stick. So where is the dog here?
Yes, that's the point that I'm making. Listen, now let me show you what he's doing. I'm gonna give the example again. It's not hard to answer. This is facts from the chapter you're reading. If I come into just the chosen's house, and the chosen's family is used to eating a certain dish of food, right? It may be a custom for them. And he puts that food before me, and I say to the chosen, "Am I a dog that you try to feed me this?" What am I actually calling the chosen? Am I not calling him a dog?
Answer the question, Muslim.
I try. I struggle with English. Like I'm trying. It's my fourth language. It's not my first. So I repeat again, Theo.
You speak four languages. I commend that, but I still want you to answer the question.
Yes, repeat again. I will answer.
So if I am at the chosen's house, right? Say, okay, let me use you for an example, Danny. If I come to your house and say that you and your family are used to eating a certain dish of food, and I come into your house and you offer me some food and you sit it before me, and I say, "Am I a dog that you're going to feed me this?" Am I not actually calling you a dog because you eat that, right or wrong?
Okay, right. Yes.
So this is the same play on that's taking place in 1 Samuel 17. The Philistine is saying to David, because the strength that is in David's hand is only sticks. So he's saying to David, "Am I a dog that you come to me with sticks?" So really, he's
Where
trying
is
to tell David
where
he
is
has the
where is the
strength.
food here? You give example about food, and then you
You,
came here to
you,
say like
you're
there is
missing it.
war and there is sticks. Like
Listen,
I don't
I'm
understand.
using that as an example to show you listen. There is a form of speech that's taking place in first Samuel 17, and I'm trying to show you it. Just like if I came to your house and did that, that would be like me calling you a dog. The same way that David's strength that he has in his hand is sticks. This is what David comes out to fight with. The Israelites don't have arms. They don't have gold shields like the Philistines do. They don't have all of these luxuries to be able to fight their wars. God fought their wars. So he's standing before David and he calls David out. Well, he called the Israelites out, and nobody would come. But David came, coming from the sheepcote, tending to the sheep. He came to give them some food. So now here he comes and he sees the Philistine. He goes out to fight the Philistine, and David presents himself with a slingshot. And the Philistine says to David, "Am I a dog that you come to me with sticks?" So he's calling David a dog. He's saying that David has the strength
No,
of a dog.
he's just saying you can use a stick to fight with a dog to just kick out a dog. That's what he say. Am I a dog to came to me to fight me with a stick? He didn't say David
Wow,
is a
you
dog.
really
It's so
don't see it.
simple, man. You just turn in circle and it's like so simple. You came here with a stick. Am I a dog like to fight me with a stick? No, I'm so powerful. Like came with a sword at least. It's so simple, man.
Listen to how it talks about him. It says, meanwhile, the Philistine with his shield bearer in front of him kept coming close to David. He looked David over and saw that he was only a boy, ruddy and handsome, and he despised him. So he despised him, and this is what he said. By despising him, he said unto David, am I a dog that you come to me with sticks? He's not, he's
Yes.
trying to make David a dog.
No, man, it's just you can like kick out a dog with a stick, and David came with a stick. It's so simple, man. It's question. He say, man, you are English. You are native speaker, man. I'm not. Like he say, like, am I dog? Am I? So it's not about David here. So I don't really like, man. Like it's so weird. So he tried to say like David is dog, and
Why is that disrespectful to David then?
yes, he for sure he disrespect David. It's just little boy came with a stick, but nothing about dogs. We start about dogs. You said like like Canaanites say speak about, but we know Jews talk about the Gentiles. They are dogs, and sometimes pigs too, by the way. So we know this. So you cannot hide this. And I really like it's so crazy. Like Jesus Christ, the Lord of mercy and love, he just he sacrificed himself to all humankind, and he just say about the Canaanite woman like he cannot like have patience with her, until until she just be humiliated in front of him, then he help her, which is like
I
so.
think on the contrary, I think she actually responded pretty well to Jesus. But I would like to read Surah 7, 176, Danny. Surah 7,
Go okay.
176.
I like Armand. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Surah
might have
7
to.
176. Okay.
Yes, Surah 7, 176. Al Haraf.
Al Araf. Okay, I will read it right now. Just one moment. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. If we had willed, we would have elevated him with our signs, but he clung to this life, following his evil desires. His example is that of a dog. If you chase it away, it pants, and if you leave it, it still pants. This is the example of the people who deny our signs. So narrate to them stories of the past, so perhaps they will reflect. Yes, I know this. It's about Bal'am bin Ba'ura of Madian when
Well,
he make a tricks against Moses. Yes, the story is like even Allah in the Quran say about those people who have elevated him, like who just so the description of those people, Armando. So following his evil desires. So this description who are similar to the dogs, right? There is no race about this. It's not like the Canaanite woman. It's not about race. Jesus didn't say like the woman follow her evil desire. She is like a dog. No, because Jews, they hate Canaanites, and from the time of Noah, they are cursed, man. They are cursed, and Jesus know about the Bible more than you and me. So they are cursed. Here, explain to me this, Armando. Maybe I'm biased because I am Muslim. Who are like the dogs in this ayah? Explain to me from your
well,
point of view.
it seems like disbelievers are compared to dogs there.
No, who following their evil desires.
Right.
Following.
So yeah. If you follow your evil desires, your flesh, right? You fornicate, you whatever, just your fleshly desires. You are like a dog.
Okay, but it's not about race. It's not about who is your ancestor. Nothing about that. Right or no, Armando?
It can be. Can be. The children of Israel was mistreated, King.
The children of
So,
Israel
Amanda,
call
let
the
me read
others.
this. Let me read. Hold on, Danny. Let me read that. Let me read that. Let me read that. This is the book of Luke, uh, chapter 1, and starting at verse 68. Here we go right here. It is about that too. It is about that. It's about Genesis 17 for sure. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people. Listen to the progressive pronoun to this, right? It's not only talking, when they say his people, are talking about the whole house of Israel. They're talking about the stranger that's inside their house too. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people, and raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies, Islam, and out of the hand of all that hate us, Islam, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he swore to our father Abraham, that he would grant it to us, that we being delivered out of the hand of our enemies might serve him without fear and holiness and righteousness before him all the days of our life. So he telling the children of Israel to reach out, but tell them about the covenant he made with their fathers. So to let you know it was about a bloodline, about inheritance. So I also included it, those strangers who accept the Most High God, and stuff like that too. But they go, there you go.
Can any can anyone guys translate to me what he said, the chosen? Because I cannot understand him.
Well, this is what I'm saying. You can put down Allah, you can throw away Muhammad, and you can come and humble yourself and serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's what you can do.
I love the God of Abraham and Jacob, and we love them all, and they are Muslims, so no problem, man.
Nah, love is an action word in the Quran. Even when you look at the dietary aspect of the Quran, the Bible don't permit you to eat shrimp or drink camel piss or eat camel humpback. And y'all do that. Y'all eat camel toe, camel hump, camel neck, and y'all drink the piss. You know what I'm saying? But the Bible
And
forbid
you
the children of
and
Israel
you
to do
eat
that.
pork, and you follow Paul, and you eat like pork, and you don't follow Jesus Christ and Abraham and Jacob and Isaac. You don't follow them. We follow them. So yes.
Oh, okay. First John 2 then. Who is a liar but he that denies that Jesus is the Christ? He antichrist that denied the Father and the Son. Whosoever denied the Son have not the Father, but he that acknowledges the Son has the Father also. Is Jesus Christ the Son of God?
Jesus Christ is the messenger of God and His word, and
Is
from
Jesus
His
Christ the
spirit.
Son of God? Yes or no?
No, God don't have a son, and He
You
cannot be
fucking
begotten too.
antichrist. You antichrist. Appreciate you. Thank you. So that let me know you don't have the Father also. You don't have the Father. So there you go, bro. You antichrist, bro. You don't have the Son or the Father. And by you rejecting the
Adam,
Son, you automatically
Adam
denying
has
the
not
Father,
father.
bro.
Adam has not a father, and he is Muslim too. So there is no problem. He was a creation, and we are creation too. We are Beni Adam. We have a fathers.
Nah.
Look, just like in this subject about father son, just go like because it was shock for me really. The shows that like some people claim that they are Christians here, and suddenly they claim like there is no like miracle birth. There is no like Joseph was the father, and they try to have script. They are Christian, man. Maybe I'm your friend here. Maybe I'm your friend in this point exactly. I believe in the miracle of like Virgin Mary, peace be upon her, birth of Jesus Christ. And but some they say we are Christians and they don't believe in the miracle of Jesus' birth, which is like really I didn't know this only when I came here in this room. Like I listen to them, and then he debate, he defend Christianity like about any subject, and then he say, no, I don't believe in the miracle birth. No, Joseph is the father. It was like normal like intercourse, and man, like you have many problems, man. Really, and this about Jesus Christ is not with the Muslims, really. Why you didn't answer the chosen? You believe like Joseph is the father too? Maybe you are one of them.
No, we believe that Mary was a virgin.
Right. Right.
Alhamdulillah.
Right. Right. Right.
Alhamdulillah.
Right. 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 Anything else?
No, we believe too that Mary is a virgin. We don't have the
Yeah, that's
story of Joseph in the Quran, so we believe the miracle birth of Jesus Christ.
Oh, no, 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 no. You don't believe. You believe in Easter. You don't believe in Jesus because Jesus is the Son of
Yes,
God, the only begotten of the Father. You don't believe in Him. No, you don't, bro. No, you don't.
No, we believe. We believe.
It's so much y'all try to hold on. It's so much that y'all try to replace him for Muhammad. Say he the last prophet. How the fuck we need Muhammad when Christ is the mediator? When Christ is the mediator of us to the Father. What we need Muhammad for? What good is Muhammad? Even when you
You
look
need
in the
Muhammad because
Revelation, hold
you
on.
follow Paul.
Look at the book
You believe
Revelation.
in the
I'm the
the
first. He said,
Trinity.
I'm the
The,
first
the
and the last.
Trinity concept just
Where's
made it
Muhammad?
in Nicaea Council. Your Christmas is made it in Nicaea Councils. There is no Jesus in 25 of December or 7 of
Okay.
January.
All
It
of
is
us
Listen,
are
God's
not
son birth.
Trinitarians, brother.
no.
I'm sorry,
I
bro.
got you. I got you the
All
one.
of us ain't
I got you.
Trinitarians.
So where's the Injil at then?
Where is it? What?
Where's the Injil at?
The Injil is lost. You have 4 right
Oh,
now.
so how you
It's
gonna
lost.
try? Hold on. If it lost, how you gonna come over here and try to tell us our gospel is wrong, so you can't find your Injil that's supposed to contain the gospel? Where
No,
is
you
the
believe in
Injil?
it. That's your
No,
holy
I
book.
don't, no,
So that's why.
no. Your Injil say that Christ did not die. That what your book. That what your Injil say. Your Injil say Christ did
You,
not die.
yes, and you know the first century there is Abionites, there is Maimonites, there is many Christians who don't believe Jesus Christ was
So
crucified. You know this or no? You know this?
hold on.
There is many
Let me tell you
Christians they
exactly.
don't believe in that.
Hold on. Let me tell you exactly how for sure I know this because Khadijah's uncle was a Gnostic. Khadijah's uncle was a Gnostic. To let you know the father that Islam pulled from the Gnostic. Dumbass. Y'all exposed dumbass.
Agnostic
Listen,
came
listen.
came
Hey,
in the
hey,
third century.
Armando.
Agnostic came in the third
It
century.
don't matter. It
Read
don't
about
matter
the
what city
Abionites.
you go down. They
Read about
exposed. It don't
Maimonites
matter
and
what country
Abionites.
you go down. Y'all are exposed, bro.
You are
Y'all
ignorant,
are
man. You know only about agnostics. You think just there is one sect who
I
are
ain't
heretics and they are
say
agnostic. Read about the
I'm not
heretics.
saying that.
Your
But it's not
church, your church mentioned a list of heretics. Read about them. There is many heretics came up before
listen.
agnostics in
So
the
you
first
believe
century.
so you believe in a bastard who tried to buy the Holy Spirit, Simon Magus. That's what y'all pull from the Gnostic text, bro.
Agnostic came
That's
in
why.
Egypt like in the third century, man. I speak about the first century. What you say, man?
Hey
God,
man,
okay, name me the heretic.
the run ain't nothing but
Give
a
me the names
connected.
of the heretics. Okay, that shows that I am
I
ignorant and I am blah blah blah. Give me the
no,
names of heretics. Give me.
no.
You say
Okay.
agnostic. What's more? What's more?
Muhammad,
What's more? What's more?
Muhammad,
Oh,
Muhammad,
Muhammad came. Okay, Muhammad came after 600 years in the first century. Give me the name of the sects.
Allah.
No, no. In the first century after Jesus Christ, give me the name of the heretics. You say agnostic. It's
Who,
in the third
hey,
century.
who
Give me the
ball? Who
heretics.
ball? Who ball came? Who ball?
So you
All them
see, you are ignorant.
all
You don't
over
know
there.
nothing. You don't know nothing. You know.
Listen, you want me to go to some bootleg ass church fathers to validate something I can read stamp
Church
on it.
father, church father validate Christmas is 25 December. God damn it. It's a Roman God of Sun like a holiday. And there is nothing about Jesus Christ was born in 25 December. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong for your father of church. Any one of them. There is nothing about Christmas in 25 December. Nothing. Nothing at all.
Okay, but who rock with that? Who rock with that notion about December
because
25th?
because your father of church are hypocrites, and Constantine become the
Listen
Christians, and he celebrate that like God of Sun, Roman God of Sun in 25 December. So all
bro.
Christians, let have a deal. Jesus
Listen,
was born in
listen,
25 December.
listen,
You see your
listen.
religion, man.
Oh no! I know y'all talking from because y'all the same. Hold on, y'all the same bastards, right? That think when people y'all talk to people that we automatic Trinitarians too. Y'all so used to dealing with one part of a Christian group that with the Trinitarian and stuff like that. Y'all think when y'all come across other ones, we all rock with the same notion. Nigga, no. I don't know what you got going on, bro. We know Muhammad is not a prophet. We know the Quran is trash. We know that Allah is the storm god, the crescent moon and star god. We know that much. We know Muhammad, Allah ain't nothing but Baal, the old practice of Baal. And why am I saying this, y'all? When y'all go to Second Kings, when y'all look at the prophets of Baal, when they were taking them lamps and they were beating their back and the blood come out, right? So don't y'all know that's called the Islamic Day of Ashura? They're doing the same practice of the prophets of Baal. When they say they forgot my name for the name of Baal, what people going around here right now talking about in the name of Allah? The name of Baal ain't being spoken of no more. But what are they saying, Hosea? But they will no more call me Baal. They will call me East. letting you know that this corrupt, bullshit ass, bootleg ass God is still running around influencing people to go after it instead of going after the one true God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now the motherfucking name is Allah. And so much when you look at Allah name in Aramaic, hold on, when you look at Allah name in Arabic, it look like a goddamn serpent with a staff in front of it. Damn.
That shows that your Lord that you believe he's crucified. The last thing he said, Ela, Ela, lama shabaqtani. God, God, why you leave me? Ela, Ela, it's in Aramaic. Allah is in Arabic. That's the name of God. Allah, Allah. It's like Jesus, your Lord said, Ela, go to the Aramaic. Go find the original language of Jesus Christ. It's not English, by the way. It's not English that's chosen.
But what is it translated? Ela, Ela. To
It's
my God,
God,
my
God.
God.
Not Eli, not Eli, not Eli, not Eli.
Yeah,
Even the
yeah.
movie that the passion, even the movie of that you make it in Hollywood, he say
Ask
it
him
like
that
in the
again,
TV.
Mondo. Hey,
He
Black,
said
ask him that question
he,
one more time, Black.
at least that actor was honest, and the director too. He say Ela Ela lama shabaqtani in the Aramaic, the Semitic language. In Arabic, it's Allah Allah. In Hebrew, it's not Hashem. Hashem is the name. Jews have like weird things. It's Elo 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 Allah
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 means,
Ela
what do
Ela.
Allah mean? What do Allah mean? What do Allah mean?
And you know, Chosen, you are like so funny
What do
because
Allah mean?
because
What do
it's God.
Allah mean?
It's God.
It
Like
means
Jesus
God.
Christ
Which
say,
one?
Ela, Ela, Ela,
God. Which
Ela.
God?
No,
Which
we have only one
God?
God. And you know what? You know what is funny? You know what's funny? The Arab Christians in their Bible, they say Allah too. The Arab Christians. So maybe you have a problem with them too. You need like to have a debate with them.
Hold on.
How can you
Hold
say
on. Hold on.
you are
What do
Christians?
Allah?
How can you say Allah?
What do Allah mean?
God. Allah is God.
How can we identify him being the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob?
Because Jesus Christ say Ela Ela lama shabaqtani. That's why.
No. Y'all, you don't believe in Jesus. You believe in Isa.
Okay, say what your Lord said when he was crucified. Say it in his language. Say it. That
You
shows you.
don't
Maybe
believe.
you are
No.
right.
You don't believe in Jesus. You believe in.
You see, you just try to run away here. You see,
No, I speak English. I don't have to say nothing in no Aramaic or no Arabic.
Your Lord speak Aramaic. The chosen. Say just this. I don't say like read the whole Bible in the Aramaic. Just this. What he said. Your Lord in his language, Aramaic.
It don't
Just
say
say
no
this.
Allah. It don't say no Allah there though. It don't say Allah.
What he said. So what he said. What?
These discussions with people that don't speak more than one language. They won't be able to understand what you're talking about. That's something that they have to personally get into. A lot of Americans only speak one language. They're ignorant. They're ignorant to those facts, how translations carry over and things of that nature. All of these things are still they're schools of thought.
Mondo, what book chapter and verse in Christ said this? What book chapter?
Edifying yourself by cutting someone else down is going to keep you off your path. What student goes back
What
and
book chapter and verse
reads his books
been
every
expressed there?
day? When are you either one of you going to graduate? Who wants to be a 12-year senior? Why? What doctor goes back to his
What?
teachings that he learned
Hey,
in
Armando,
school
one more time,
and is
Armando. What
constantly
book chapter and verse?
referencing, hey, I'm talking. Can you let me speak? I've been listening to you guys for 35, 40 minutes, and you guys aren't getting nowhere. No personal understanding, nothing. You're wasting fucking time. What
And yes, you in
notes when
here.
they were? It is keep going back to those. When the fuck are you gonna grow using this stuff? That's why you guys to be students in this shit. Never being able to graduate, never being able to use any of this knowledge. It's in vain. You're wasting time. Straight up,
What's the
man.
second language you speak while you running your mouth? You speak any other languages?
German and Turkish.
All right, you don't speak Hebrew and Aramaic, so why you joining a conversation about Hebrew and Aramaic? Do you know for sure that it translates over that way?
No, I just know that you cannot translate verbatim in certain languages. It's impossible. And so with your Western understanding, you believe that you are the masters of a story that's in a region that you have never fucking been to. They're
Do you know
talking
for
about
sure
this
that
is
it
Middle
translates
Eastern
over that way?
traditions. And
Right.
you guys take this stuff and you act like you're experts. You're Westerners. Why are you trying to
You know for
understand an
sure that
Eastern
it translates
philosophy?
over that way.
I know for sure you cannot translate verbatim. In any
That's not what I
language,
asked
you
you. I asked you,
cannot.
you know for sure that it translates over that way, or that the word that he's speaking as Allah is actually the name for God. Do you know for sure? And if you don't, then you just interjected on a conversation you don't understand. Now, he may be better at the Aramaic than me because it's his first language, but I also study it, and I also study the Hebrew, and there is a difference between Eli and Allah, whether he wants to say it is or not. So
And I'm
regardless of
looking at
what
it right
you're
here in the
saying,
Greek right now.
the argument may be going in a way that it shouldn't. I think that they can have a more reasonable conversation. But for you to come off mic and act like you got a more understanding of it, then explain it or be quiet.
Well, I'll say this. How is
Damn,
calling
son,
anyone
you've been
down
good for the mother.
edifying anything in your path? Why are you students still? Why can't you use any of what you guys have been researching in your everyday applicable life and to make edify yourself without cutting each other down? What is the purpose of
Man, I'm
studying
not
if you
trying to
cannot
trash
use the
and replacement
knowledge?
theology you wanna come with. They got
What?
replacement theology where they trying to
Why?
tell us our book is wrong, our book is lying. We should throw away our book and come to the Quran. We ain't going with that shit. You can go with that shit. We ain't got to run with that shit, bro. If he
Why?
lying,
What's
hold on.
what's the
If he
purpose of you
lying, we gonna
studying?
call his lies out, dude. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm gonna call that bullshit out. I'm gonna do it. Now he lying
What is
right
the
now.
what is the reasoning why you're
Hold
studying?
on,
What is the
Stu.
end goal?
Stu,
What is the
Stu.
end goal?
I'm looking in the Greek right now. Matthew 27, verse 46. Right now, even in the Greek, it's not saying what he expressed. Bro, can you be honest with yourself and look this shit up your damn
Jesus
self,
didn't speak Greek. Jesus didn't speak Greek. He speak Aramaic. What the hell, man? Jesus speak Aramaic, man.
Hey, then one
What's the
thing about when you go
purpose
look in
in
the
this
Strong's,
study?
right? No, when you
What's
go look
your
in the Strong's, when you know how to
what's the
operate
end
these
goal in
lexicons and
this?
stuff, when you know how to operate these lexicons and stuff, it goes take it back to the root word and everything. Prime example, right? It got this right here. I'm looking at it right here. It say Eli, Eli, right? It's saying this right here, right? It say G2241. And when you click on that, I'm just gonna help you out. It's a root word etymology. And it goes of the Hebrew origin, H410 with a pronatical
Howdy.
suffix.
It's
I'm
howdy.
clicking on it. I'm clicking on it.
So
It's
you're
not saying
trusting
no
a
fuck.
Western.
Man, hey,
You're
bro, listen,
trusting
bro.
a European
You,
perspective
you
to
got
have
to
a
be.
Western understanding of an
No,
Oxford
no,
commentary.
no. It don't say no Allah. It don't say no damn Allah.
So you're going to Europeans for knowledge and
Bro,
understanding.
bro, ain't you on a European app, dumbass? Don't you look at a European dictionary, dumbass?
Hold on, I hate
What's
when
the
people try
purpose
to
in your
get up here.
studying?
Hold on,
I'm
he
not
tries
What's
to
denying.
the
get up
purpose
I'm
in
here.
your
not denying no
studying?
Where
information. Oh, now it's a European. You simple-minded motherfucker. Don't come at me like
Where
that no
what
more.
what's the end goal in all this? What's the end what's the end goal in all this? In your studying, what are you
You
trying to?
shut
What's
the
your
fuck up and
goal?
let us have this conversation. Then the end go. You shut the fuck up and let us have the conversation.
See, that's what I'm saying about you, man.
he's trying
What
to
the fuck are you
you're trying to
learning
get up
anything
here.
for, man?
You're trying to get up here and act like you're a language expert talking about you go to Europeans
What I'm hearing is a bunch of
hold on,
babbling that
wait,
ain't
wait,
getting nobody
let me show
nowhere.
you how
You guys
let
are
me show you how
wasting
ignorant you
fucking
are.
time. What is
Hold
the
on, let me
end
show
goal in your
let me
studies? What are you
let
trying to
me
get
show
to in
you
your
Now,
studies?
let me
now,
show
now
you
you
how
trying to move the
ignorant you
goalposts.
are.
You slick
Now
back.
watch this. Watch this.
But
This
look
is
at
what
your
he missing.
fucking mouth, house
First of
nigga.
all, there are
All of
look, you
what you
can't even
read is
control your
nothing
I'll
but
be
language.
there, you
straight
lying
demon. Get on
bastard.
this
I'll be
demon
there.
time and
I'll
let
be there,
God
you
go.
lying
You get up
bastard.
here doing
I'll
the
be there.
same thing
Hey,
you doing, and you
yeah,
better
man,
than him.
you smell like cock, homie. Your
Look,
every
you get
word that
up
come
here
out
doing
of
the
your
same
mouth
thing
I'll
smell
you
like
smell like
doing,
shit.
and
whatever
you
I
still
want to
think
smell.
you're
As long
better
as you
than
shut
him.
the fuck up and say I conversation with your no nothing ass.
The
Look,
point
here
is
you are
this:
trying to edify
there are
yourself
many
and cut other
different
You
people
know
forms of
down.
everything, but you don't
Aramaic.
know none of the
You know
same
better.
time. Hey,
You
can
ain't
you let
getting
them folks
nowhere
have
with
their
this shit,
conversation,
bro.
bro?
You ain't
Can you
getting
let the
nowhere
one and
with
Danny
what
have
you
their
doing. You
conversation, dude?
wasting fucking time.
Can you
It'd
let
be
the
better
one and
actually.
Danny
It'd
have
be
their
better actually
conversation?
if you go to the store and buy a bottle of aspirin, kill your fucking self, bro, and your
Look,
family and
listen to
Right,
everybody
him.
else
Look at
right.
around you.
him.
That would be best, bro. That would be best for everybody, bro.
Oh, ain't nobody in here right now.
Everybody.
Hey,
Well,
hey,
listen to yourself.
could you let Dan and the one have that conversation, Mister Know Nothing, but know everything at the same time?
There's
Oh,
more
but
than
you
one
don't.
form of Aramaic. There's more than one form of Aramaic. And for him to come out his mouth and say that that's a westernized understanding of it, to say it's Greek, Danny would be dishonest to say that there are not many different forms of Aramaic. I preach to a whole bunch of thousands of them, by the way, that are in Palestine, in Pakistan right now, forgive me, that speak what is called Urdu. And Urdu is strongly influenced by Aramaic. A lot of their words are Aramaic, but the Aramaic that Danny may speak may not be the same way that they speak it in Urdu, yet they're heavily Islamically influenced, so they know the Aramaic. And then there is a Greek production of Aramaic, which Jesus spoke. Yes, he spoke Aramaic, but it was Greek influenced, and you cannot say it wasn't. So the point that I'm making for you to come off mic and say that that's a Western understanding, you obviously are not kin to the languages to know that Aramaic became very influenced. The book of Daniel is written in Hebrew, and there are specifically 4 chapters in the book of Daniel that are written in Aramaic. And those 4 chapters, if someone is originally who holds to the original Aramaic, read the book of Daniel in the language of Aramaic that it was written in, it would present some words they wouldn't understand, because the Aramaic has taken different mods and different modes of Aramaic over the years. It is one of the most heavily influenced languages that you find in other languages. Like Greek, there's a Greek Aramaic. Like
Hey,
Hebrew, there's a
one.
Hebrew
You know
Aramaic.
what I learned too, though.
So
You know
the
what I
point
learned.
that you're talking about, trying to say that we're wrong for
Where are you
seeing the
getting
way
this
we see.
information? Where are you getting this information from that you just spoke
Dude,
of?
let me show you that
And
I.
by
And
the
watch
way,
this.
when
Hold on, Danny. I just want you to answer the
Hold
question.
up,
Just
Danny.
answer
Hold
this
up,
one
Danny. Now you
question,
want
and
to
I'll
come
be
out,
quiet.
Mike. Now you want to come out,
Answer,
Mike, after all this
answer
time.
this one question. Answer this one question for me, and I'll be quiet. Is not Urdu a form of Aramaic? Yes or no?
no,
Urdu's not Aramaic. You gonna sit here and lie on stage?
yeah, no, it's not. It's
Okay,
Persian.
hold it
It's
up.
Persian influence. It's Persian. It's Persian.
You're
Okay, let me speak.
always right.
So Urdu is Pakistani language. It's a language. It's influenced by Persian language, by Arabic language, and by Sanskrit language or Indian language, because it's in the Indian Peninsula. It's Aramaic
You
and
just said
Semitic
that
in the
it
Middle
wasn't
East.
no Aramaic though.
You know,
I
it's
just
not
asked you, was
influenced
it?
by Aramaic.
Was it? It's not influenced by Aramaic.
Influenced by Arabic. Arabic is Semitic language like Aramaic. It's not like influenced by Aramaic because they become Muslims, you know. So it's
Oh
influenced by
my
Arabic.
goodness! So you mean to tell me that Pakistan is not a Muslim? Is it a Muslim nation? Let me ask you that.
Yes, most of them they are Muslims. There is many Christians there, but most of them they
Okay,
are
so
Muslims. Yes.
what do the Christians there call Jesus?
Okay, let have Google translation. I
I'm
don't
asking
speak
you a
Urdu.
question. What do the Christians
Okay.
there call? What do the Christians there call Jesus? Do they not call him Isa?
Isa is in Arabic.
See,
Isa
that's what
is in
happens
Arabic.
when you
We
get all
say
your
Isa in the
information
Quran.
from Europe
Do,
and everyone else
Isa.
is
is
that what
wrong
they
except for
call
the
him in
people that
Urdu?
live there.
No,
Can't
I
believe
don't know
anyone that's
about because
actually
even
there. We have to
because
reference Google.
look,
Google
Theon.
is
Even
God.
even Christian. Look, I say to the Chon,
Don't
even
lie,
Christian
because I'm gonna
Arabs.
pull it up right now. That's
Listen
definitely
to
what
me.
they call him. The
Yeah,
same
Google is
Aramaic
God.
term
Look,
for Jesus, they call him that same thing.
Jesus is in English, by the way. But look, so and even
No,
like
I'm
Christian
saying
Arabs, there is.
Isa, not
Let me
not
speak.
Jesus.
Let me speak. Let me speak. So even we have 40 million Arabic, not Urdu, Arabic Christians. Okay, 40 million, man. It's not like one or like two boys. Okay, 40 million. We talk with them all the times. They say Allah about God in their Bible. It's Allah, their holy Bible, Kitab al-Muqaddas in Arabic. And they say about Yeshua, about Jesus. Yeshua. Not Isa, it's Muslim. They say in the Quran Isa. For Arabic, they say Yeshua. So for the Urdu, I don't speak Urdu, man. I know it's influenced by Arabic because I can understand some words of them. But okay, we go to Google it. I'm curious too. Okay, what like Urdu Christians say about Jesus? We will do it right now.
Yeah, that's the point that I'm asking. Notice what he just said. He can understand God's
One, don't
people
Aramaic
because
come before Arabic. Don't Aramaic come before Arabic.
he's saying that they're influenced by the Arabic. So if he was talking to someone who spoke Urdu, they could understand each other from certain words, but there will be certain disconnects from certain things that Danny may say and someone that speaks Urdu. It may be certain disconnects of it. And I can show you. I have a brother, and I will call him and bring him up here right now, who is on Clubhouse, who's new to Clubhouse, and bring him in this room. And I guarantee if him and Danny talks and has a conversation, he'll understand much of what Danny says. The reason why is because there are many forms of Urdu, and his mother is an Aramaic speaking woman who speaks also Urdu. And the language she says that she got because her parents were Aramaic. but her grandparents are Urdu. So I don't understand what you're confused about to say that they don't speak Aramaic when they do.
You know, like it's a lost language, Aramaic. It's not anymore. You know that or no?
I do, but what other languages are close to Aramaic? Name one.
Hebrew and Arabic because they are Semitic, and there is
That's what I
Assyrian
just.
too.
So you
There
proving
is
my
some
point.
Iraqi speak Assyrian. You say influenced by Aramaic, but influenced by Arabic because you know, like Muslim conquest, they become Muslims, they read Quran, so their language Urdu like become so influenced by Persian, which is not Semitic language, by Indian language, you know, Hindi, and by Arabic from the Middle East. You know, that's the thing. I cannot say like Urdu is influenced by Hebrew. Even like our language with the Hebrew language, it's so similar, so similar. But yes, it's like sister language. You know, Aramaic is sister language too. I and by the way, the Christians in Pakistan who speak Urdu say Yeshua, not Isa, Yeshua. Like Arabs too. Arab Christians say Yeshua. You know, they don't they use the name Isa. Isa only like Muslims use. Not that's the thing.
Yeah, but
Thank
you
you for
get
the
that from
information, Anus.
you also can
There's
get that from.
Muslim Christians.
Why you don't
Hey,
see the term
hold
Yah
on.
in
No,
the
they're
Arab.
not.
title?
Are there
They're not
Arabic.
Muslim Christians. They're not Muslim Christians, but because they live in a land where Muslims are, the way that they say certain things, it's like a dialect, right? Within a language, like you got Spanish, but you got different dialects of Spanish. Same
They
thing when
are
it comes
Arab.
to
Theon, Theon,
what
Theon.
he's. I'm
Arabs are
talking
Christian before Islam. No, but
right.
you just explained something wrong. Like Arabs are Christian before Islam. They believe in Jesus Christ as their Lord, and they speak Arabic. So it's not like influenced or something by Muslims. They are just Christian.
About the culture, and I'm not. The point that I'm making is the dialects, right? The dialects are almost the same. If you get two Spanish people in a room together, they both speak Spanish, but there's certain dialects. There may be a way that someone may say something in the same Spanish that someone else may not understand. It's one dialect. So what I'm saying to you is Urdu is a type, it has a dialect of Aramaic to it. And you cannot say that it doesn't because a lot of their words are derived from Aramaic. That is a fact, brother.
Thank you, Thomas.
Aramaic,
Thank you very much.
Aramaic is
Thank
a
you,
language
Anus.
from the
It's
Levant.
like Creole,
Thank you,
right?
Kursi.
Like Creole is basically a dying language, and then they're implementing it into French. The Haitians.
Right. That's the same thing that Urdu does with Aramaic. So he cannot say that Urdu is not in any type of form like Aramaic when it is.
Okay,
So
what they said
what is
about God,
next?
Theon,
What's the
Theon,
next
Theon.
topic?
What
Hey,
is
not for
Urdu?
nothing,
What
but
is
in that
in Urdu?
last 5 minutes, I did learn something, Stu. So I guess this was all
So,
worth it.
so Theon, a question to you, the chosen two, because Theon like focus on Urdu. I don't know why, but what they say about God, Theon, the Urdu people, like in Pakistan, Christians or Muslim or atheists, like in their language, in their dialects, like you said, what they say about God. You said
What do you
Urdu
mean?
is influenced by Aramaic. What is God in Urdu? What is God in Urdu? So simple.
It depends on the dialect of Urdu.
It is Allah.
Right, but it depends. It's not always Allah, brother. You're saying that all Urdu is the same?
I hope one day, like Arab Christians came to this room and speak with the chosen and you, and he will provoke you when he
Don't
say
worry about
about
it. I'm gonna
his
bring.
They
Lord.
would still be wrong,
His
bro.
Lord
Danny,
is
Don't worry
his
about it.
Lord
I'm
is
about to
Allah
bring
too.
one right now.
They would still be
I
wrong. It doesn't
hope.
matter if
I
you had
hope.
someone in here factual, they would still be wrong because these people want to be right and they don't want to concede at all. So that's what I'm saying. You can't
Look who's crying.
when you translate over, you can't get precision. You're talking about dead languages with so much confidence, and then your perspective is coming from an Oxford perspective, and you speak with so much confidence, like you actually know these things. And it's impossible to know these things. The experts guess. The people in the region are always going to be wrong, though, because the Western perspective is always right. That, bro, there's a fallacy in that. You got to see that.
So what about wrong? What is the good of having these lexicons and these strongs if we can't go back and examine the ancient language so we can compare it? That's why we got tools to go back and do this. That's why those so-called scholars, those so-called scribes that did this, so we can go back and have these things as study guide, so we can go get the pure language, so we can get better understanding what it's saying. We utilize these things to express what it's saying, and that's why I went to the Strong's and went to where it's spoken in Greek, because the New Testament was also written in Greek. So when we go to Matthew 27, I'm reading it from that perspective. My dude, Stu, I don't know what the hell you talking about. I don't know why you started coming out, Mike, talking about a westernized perspective as if we ain't got language or tools to go back and examine the Eastern perspective of language. Stop that, bro. Limit yourself and stop trying to limit us, dude. Your
I'm
best
not
job
trying
is
to
to stay
limit
on
you.
me.
I'm trying to
Hold
expand.
on.
I'm
Your
trying to
best thing to do is
expand on
to
what
stay the
you're
fuck
saying.
on me
What it
and
is
don't come back out, Mike, bro. 'Cause
when
you
you
bring
truly cross reference,
hey,
you're using
dude,
more than
dude,
How
one
can you
source.
tell
You're
dude,
primarily
mod
leaning
to
dude,
on
not
one
come off
source,
mic?
like
dude,
it is God's spoken
hey,
language,
dude,
and you're not truly cross referencing,
hey,
bro.
dude,
You're
hey,
using one
dude,
source and not
hey,
using multiple
dude,
sources, bro. You need
dude,
to
dude.
study more in depth. That's all I'm
Hey,
saying.
also in the
How
lexicon, they
can
go
you
all the way
tell
down.
mod to come
Hold
off
on, real
mic
quick,
when
real
he's
quick,
a
real
mod?
quick, real quick, real quick,
Those
real
are
quick.
westernized
Right,
understandings, bro. You need to have more profound understandings. That's all I'm saying.
right. Okay, okay. I hope that's all you're saying, right? Because when you go back and look at these tools and devices we got to utilize to go examine the language, right? It go all the way back to the Chaldean lexicon. They got a Chaldean lexicon, so if you even want to explain it farther, they got a Chaldean lexicon, bro. So stop with it trying to be these wordplay, because even what you're saying, oh, it is saying Allah. Okay, let me say this right here. When you go look at how they wrote the name of that guy from that pictogram, right? We can go look at that.
Yahweh.
Hold on. Yeah, okay,
Which
now
is the
peep this out.
storm god.
Okay,
Yahweh.
okay.
To
Hey,
me it's
bro.
just
Hey,
crazy.
Stu. Hey,
It's
Stu,
just
can I get
crazy
out?
how
Hey,
you
Stu.
Americans
Hey, Stu.
try to tell
Hey,
Arabs
Stu.
about
I didn't finish
themselves.
my point though,
If
Stu.
that
You
Arab ain't
hey,
over here
Stu.
telling you about how to be an
Man,
American,
Stu,
like
you
you
in
need to check
America too,
yourself
nigga.
on that.
Shut up. You in
Yeah,
America
I
too.
am an American. I'm not gonna tell
Man,
no
don't say
Arab
you
about his own
American. What the fuck
culture.
you don't say you American for then?
No,
That was
no. I'm
dumb.
saying is this:
You in America
because
too. Hey, Stu, let
you
me get
come
this
from
out,
an
Stu. Hey,
imperialistic
Stu, I thought
mind
you were
state.
finished though, bro. I thought
You
you
think that you are 100% right
Stu,
in whatever you
Stu,
doing, and
Stu,
that is not
Stu.
knowledgeable. You can't
Yeah,
get no
I
more to
appreciate
knowledge
it.
with that bias in your brain,
All
bro.
right, I
It's gonna
appreciate it.
keep
I
you in a
appreciate it. I
closet.
appreciate it. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
No, you don't, bro.
I just learned something too,
You
Black.
come from a very
I just learned
bodied
something too, Black. That
understanding.
Stu don't
You
know
know
what
what I'm
the
saying?
hell
You
he's
think
talking
that you
about. He
know it
just
all.
random.
You know what I'm saying? You try to tell Arabs about themselves.
Okay, all
Arabs
right,
ain't trying to tell you about how to be an American.
all right. Now watch this. Watch this. Now we go to the pictogram of these names, right? When you go look at Allah
See how
name,
I let you talk? Understand it's recorded when
okay
this
then,
Hebrew
okay. Mute up and let me
conversation.
finish then. Mute up and let me
Okay?
finish then.
Let me do the same when I'm speaking, and we'll have no problem.
I tell you what, respect it. I'm gonna mute up and let you get all that bullshit you want to get out. So when I start back talking, you don't interrupt me. I mute
Yeah,
up. You
now
got
it's
it.
Stu
Go.
is a
bullshit. Now
mod.
it's
He could
bullshit.
interrupt you.
That's
Stu
what I'm
is a
saying. You
mod.
don't
He could
understand any cordialness.
interrupt
The
you.
man just the one just actually asked about a question in translation. The guy directly said no. That wasn't good enough for him. A man that knows and is in that area that you guys are studying. You guys have never been there. Studying has its benefit, but you should also cross-reference. Use multiple different manuals. Go visit these places, and you're gonna have
I
a
hit the
different
point. Yeah, go
perspective.
back on
I've
mute.
actually been to the. Oh,
You
you
gonna
see,
cry, bro.
you're not gonna let me finish. See, that's
Man,
just letting you know right there that right now you're at a place where you don't even need to be studying. You need to understand mannerism and how to have a conversation, then enter into study because you're bringing already a biased perspective that's keeping you away from any true understanding. You're coming from one Oxford perspective, and that is God to you. That Jesus has been replaced, bro. Google is your God. What Google says is the truth. No matter who tells you anything else, people in the region that you're studying, that you'll never go over there to see, they're wrong. Google is 100% right. You have to see that fallacy, brother. If you don't, you will never have the understanding that you're seeking. You'll be studying this shit for your entire life and still having these arguments. And the whole time, you don't understand anything about yourself. None of this stuff you could present to your God. He's not going to listen to any of it because you're going to tell him he's wrong too.
All
yeah.
right, so
Are you a
I'm glad.
Christian?
Hold up, the one.
Are
Hold
you
up,
a
one second, the
Christian?
one. Hold up, the one. Hold up, 1 second, 1 second. I hope Stu finished. I hope Stu don't come back out mic again once I start talking. He want to start talking
Mike,
again.
he's the moderator.
Hey, bro, I'm not talking to you. You shut the fuck up. Please pick this out, right?
God
Wait
bless
your
you.
turn. Right, wait your turn. Let me finish. Keep this out, right? Because what Stu once again making a statement, just be making a statement, right? But because this how we validate these things. We
Tell
don't
me
have to.
the
Hold
truth,
on,
though.
man. Oh, you want to take some time out to talk real quick, bro? I'm not gonna interrupt you. I'm gonna go on mute and let you talk. I'm just looking
But
for the
you
same.
interrupted him. But you interrupted him.
Then I went on mute and bro and got quiet till you got through. Won't you shut the fuck up and let me finish?
Why don't
Appreciate it.
you shut the fuck up?
Right, shut the fuck up. You want to get talked to like that?
Goddamn
Automatic shut
bitch.
the fuck up.
You bitch.
Right.
Why the fuck you talking to
Your
me
mama
like
and your
that?
grandma. So what? Right.
You should have dribbled down your mama's leg. Best thing you did.
Right. Your daddy should have, and your mama should have swallowed what your daddy spit out. Dude. So you won't be here. Shut the fuck
My
up. Let
daughter's
me
only
finish.
9. My daughter's
Hey,
only 11, so she
excuse me.
can't
Hey,
spit shit
moderation. I
out.
promise, bro. I can do this. I can talk about his ass all day, but it's
Could
gonna
you
interrupt
talk
the
about
flow.
my
Did
daughter
you
who's
actually
11 spitting
got to
shit
mute up
out?
real quick?
What, you marrying her, you Muslim fuck? You marrying her, you Muslim fuck?
Bro, they muted the room so we can have an advanced conversation, dude. You stalling, dude. I went on mute so she could say what he wanted to say. I'm asking you for the same respect, though. Appreciate it.
But you didn't give him the respect.
Let him live, Cool J. Let him live.
No, he ain't got.
Armando.
Hold on. He don't got to let me live because I can stop talking about this and start talking about him the whole time. He ain't got to let me live
Who sees
nothing
like
because
that?
you already know I'm gonna rank back on him anyway.
But how?
He don't got to say nothing. Right. I'm gonna rank right back up on him. But I'm trying to. Hey, bro, can we have this conversation, dude?
Yeah,
Shut
go
your
ahead,
dumb ass up.
Yeah, don't get caught
Ignorant
up with
fuck.
How can?
Right. That's why you're in Matrix now.
How can you talk
Right,
about?
bro. Shut up. So here we go right
I
here, right?
dare.
Hey, hold on. Let me just land my plane before they come back out, mic, right? Hey, Stu, you said all of that and make it seem like we supposed to be handicapped. I tell you what, go get me a book of encyclopedia. Go spend all that money buy me an encyclopedia. I won't have to go to Google. I won't have to go to Google. I want go give me all the encyclopedia, updated encyclopedia that I need. I won't have to go to Google because to then I'm going to go to Google because it's an information-based site that we go get information so we can learn something, so we can go back in ancient past and see the languages, see the how they articulate it, see the literary devices that they use to put together these scriptures and these texts and stuff. We have that in our possession right now. You want us to say because we're not from over there that we can't relate, we can't go back and learn what they got going on over there. You limit yourself. Stop trying to limit people when it comes to information, dude. But this is what I was trying to say before Stu got back on mic and started being interrupted, right? So now when we go to these pictograms, in my PTR, it's the name of Allah. That's what exactly what it say. This say Bismillah. It say in the name of Allah. Stu, I challenge you to show me that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob got the same pictogram as his name. That's a challenge to you, bro. Since you know
Okay,
everything.
go.
Hold on, Danny,
Oh,
hold on, Danny. Hold on, bro. This is what I'm saying, bro. Can I just land my plane, bro? So peep this out. This only thing I'm asking
How can
Stu.
you tell my daughter to swallow something? My wife should have
Hey,
swallowed it.
so I'm just asking Stu, since he what's the call
You
talking about we
faggot.
westernized. He talking about we westernizing the whole nine, Stu.
You
Now
dumbass
we know
motherfucker. You faggot.
who,
Talking about my daughter, my 11-year-old daughter, swallowing something. You
who
fool.
said somebody who said
It's
You
somebody
did
his
okay.
daughter,
earlier.
I
Who
didn't
said
hear that
somebody his
You
either.
did
daughter, yo?
earlier. You did
Hey,
earlier. You just said my
Hey,
wife and my
Armando, do what you
daughter.
doing.
I
Armando, who
didn't
said
hear
somebody his
nothing.
daughter?
I didn't hear
You
nothing
did
about
say
his
my
daughter though,
daughter.
but it's all good. I mean, if he's retracting it now, cool. Why are you keep bringing it
I
up?
know I ain't retracting shit because I never said that shit. I
Right,
ain't
Yes,
right,
you
retracting
right.
a
said my
damn thing.
daughter.
I stand on
Yeah,
everything
wrong
I
would.
fucking
I
say.
mean, if he's actually
You
agreeing, he
didn't
never
say
said
my
nothing
daughter
about your
swallowed
daughter, cool.
something and spit it out.
This motherfucker got main character syndrome. He been
uh,
want to talk the whole
Nah,
time.
forgive him,
okay,
cool.
that chosen.
Forgive
That
him
chosen.
already.
Let us speak with you, man. That chosen. Let us speak with you. You
Okay,
said
so I'm
hold
gonna ask
on,
you.
please
Okay, let
now.
me ask you, Danny. Let me ask
Yes,
you.
I
Is
want to.
this not?
I want to speak, man.
I got you. I
Yes,
got you. Is this not Allah name right here in my?
Oh, so
yes,
now
yes.
you have
That's
Allah
Allah
name?
without
Now, is the
the
God of
thing.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Hold on. Do the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob have the same character in his name?
In he, in Hebrew language, it's not the same character, but it's pronounced Elo, Elo or Elohim. Elohim, it's the
Is
plural, but
Elohim
they
is
use it
Allah?
for praising God.
Elohim is
It's
Allah?
another language.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it's Hebrew. It's Hebrew, and this is
You
Arabic. So
boy,
what is
and
your
you was
point, man? Okay,
too
okay, okay.
fucking loud.
Okay, is God is English? You are stupid, man. God is English, so God is not God. There is no God for Abraham. They didn't say God. Jacob, they didn't say God. Isaac, they didn't say God. Jesus, he didn't say God. So you don't believe in that of Abraham and Jacob and Isaac and Jesus. So you are stupid right now, really, with this logic. The thing, Armando, because you said one thing, you said like you learn new thing. Let me just this, and I will mute myself forever.
You should have got everybody.
The thing is about like
And
there
he's
is
shooting with a
Christians.
water, and he's shooting with a water gun. Ain't got no water.
Don't say God again. Abraham didn't say God. Jesus didn't say God. Hey, that shows. Don't say God. God is another God. It's not Eloah or Elohim. Okay, Armando.
No, well, Allah means Allah only means the God, bro. What the fuck
Don't
is he
don't
talking
don't,
about? Allah only translates into God, dude. Dumbass. That's not a name.
they
If
didn't
the
speak English.
translation of Allah is God, what is his name?
They never say God. In the Torah, in the Hebrew, they never say this pronunciation.
What do
So there is no
Allah
God
mean?
right there.
What do Allah
Allah
mean?
is
What do
God.
Allah mean?
Allah, Allah is God. I answered you. So just one thing to Armando. No. Just one thing to Armando. I will mute myself. I will mute myself. Just one thing to Armando. No. No. I need to say. I need to say just one thing to Armando. So fast. So fast.
No,
So
finish.
just
Let it go.
thank you so much. So Armando, there is Christian in Iraq, in Iraq. They are Christians, they are Assyrians. Until now, I speak about now, not like in the history. They are, that history of Assyrians before, they convert to Christianity, we know that.
Yeah.
And they are Assyrians until today in Iraq. They are Iraqi people, they are Christians. They believe in Jesus Christ as their Lord and Saviors. And they speak, they are so proud about their ethnicity and about their language. So they keep teaching their children Assyrian language, which is old language, and it is the closest one to Aramaic. It is the closest language to Aramaic. It's Assyrian language. You find them in Syria, you find them in Iraq, And Armando, those Christians who now they teach their children the Bible in their language, Assyrian language, which is so close to the Aramaic language, like the most of Christians in the world, they say about them, they say they are heretics because they follow of Nestorian, Arius, the Nestorian. They are the Nestorian church, So those guys speak a language, it's almost near the original language of Jesus Christ. And people say about them, you are heretics. This is blasphemy because you are follower of Arius. Google that, Armando. It's like good information. That's it. Thank you. Go ahead, guys.
Like I said, if Jesus came back today, they would crucify him because there's so many experts in what they think that they know. And all I'm saying is, yeah, you don't have to go out, and you can use Google, but also use other references. Don't just take, if you're going to truly cross-reference, if you're truly studying, you should take 3 independent sources: Google, DuckDuckGo, and another VPN. You're relying on one source,
Firefox.
standing on that to be truth, and then you're coming with these arguments when you're not truly doing your research. That's the only point that I'm saying. If you're going to truly cross-reference, you got to have multiple sources. You guys are sitting here trying to tell someone that is speaking the language fluently in the region that you're studying that he's wrong, instead of at least trying to have a perspective of where he's coming from. And that's going to be a problem. You're coming from an imperialistic Western mind state, which is completely bias based from the onset. So anyone that goes against any modality of your thinking is going to automatically be wrong. And in that, you're never going to have any understanding. You're looking at one source, taking that to be true gospel, and you're studying about a region that you're not even in. This message was meant for those people. Find out your American story because you're not over there. There's stories about over here for your understanding that you can relate to. But that's why you're going to argue all the time, because that story's not meant for you. You've never been there and you will never go there. You don't have the balls to do that shit. Because if you go over there, you're going to be disproven on what you believe to be true. You bring that Western imperialistic mind state over there, they will kill you, because now you're in their land and you have to abide by their customs. That's why half you Americans don't leave this country. You don't understand anything about cordialness, but you want someone to pay respect when they come in your house. If you have your rules, you want them to abide by your rules, but you won't do that to others. So what salvation are you seeking? All this studying and all these things are you doing? What are you doing them for? To argue or for self-edification? Because they're two different things. If you're going down this road for self-edification and trying to make yourself a better person, there is no arguing in that. Get your understanding, and that's it. Now you ask questions for other people for perspectives, but in that is no argument. Either you agree with it, or you don't disagree. You don't have to name call and disrespect someone else, because that's letting you know right there that you're coming with a certain bias. You're getting emotional, and it doesn't matter what you study. You're not going to learn anything.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope the guy never play no outside sports when you can talk shit. Like if it's an app where we come on here and share information and have conversations, this is not a classroom. This is an app that we come up in here to have conversation. No matter what the conversation is, we having conversation. No matter if the conversation on 2 or 10, we having conversation. Stu, if you got a problem with how the conversation going, there's a leave quiet button right there. You ain't got to maintain this ignorance that's going on. You ain't got to listen to none of this ignorance going on. Be above all the bullshit.
He could kick your ass out. He's
Hold
the
on.
mod.
Be above all the bullshit in school. Just leave when
He's
you
the
when you
mod.
feel
He
like
could
that way.
kick your
Because
ass
that
out.
was Stu. You've
Don't
been in this
tell him.
room. You've been listening to all these bullshit
He's the
conversations.
mod.
People going back and forward. I don't hear you coming out, Mike. But now when we're grilling this dude about him trying to tell us about our faith and tell him about the Bible contradiction and doing this, and when we talking to him, now you want to come out, Mike, like you got a problem. Nigga, I don't know what is your salvation. You worry about your own salvation. Don't worry about how I obtain my salvation. Don't worry about how I
He's the
obtain my
mod. He could
information
kick you
and
out
how
too,
I get
bro.
my
You
dialogue.
ask
But if
crazy.
I'm hearing something that's contrary to what I've been studying myself, that's what we're doing, challenging it. And we can talk shit in the middle of challenging it. But if you sensitive about what's being said and how it's being said, leave the fucking room, dude, because we get crunked up in here every day. Not all the time, but often we do talk shit up in here as we are exchanging information. Now all of a sudden you're a sensitive ass dude. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Going forward, you better
can
not
I
come on mic and say nothing else when somebody else come in
He's the
here and
mod.
start talking
can
He's the
I
anything,
mod. He
dude.
could put you
can I
down
say this
below.
to
Dumb
Danny?
ass shit. I don't give a fuck about nobody putting me down. This ain't
Can
an
I say
only
this?
room I be in. Somebody got no power on me and putting me down or
How
put
dare
me
you
out.
talk shit?
You
You
got
shit
you
talking
limited.
Let me
You the
say
motherfucker.
this
one.
to Danny.
You
You
the
cunt
submissive
eating,
bitch, not me, nigga. What's wrong with
cunt
you?
eating,
Let me
Y'all
say
ready
backwards
to
this to
change
grocery
Danny.
eating
topics yet?
ass.
Yeah. Can I just say this to Danny just to
Keeps
clarify
eating
Yeah.
here
groceries out the
before
asshole.
we
We're about
move?
to switch up, Salah.
Yeah. Let me just say this to Danny before we move. So the conversation that was about, before he went on a tangent, like we don't know the language, when I do. I can't speak for nobody else, but I do. Right? So when Danny is trying to say, when Jesus says Eli Eli sabachthani, he's saying that word means Allah, and it does not mean Allah. This is why I was trying to get into the conversation of Urdu and how there are different understandings of the Aramaic, right? He's trying to make it as if Jesus spoke Aramaic in its rawest form, and he didn't. When actually his Aramaic was heavily influenced by Greek, right? I don't know what Stu got into about us not knowing a language, and we ain't never been over there, because I have, and I actually preached to people over there. So the point that I'm making to him is Allah, Allah, means God or deity. But when you want to say my God, it's not Allah, it's Allah. That's how you say my God. Now, what Muslims try to do is they're trying to make that the same word, and it's not. When you're reading that word, Eli, Eli, Samach, Sabatani, which being interpreted is my God, it would not say Allah, it would say Allah, right? Those are two different words that he's trying to make the same. So when before this tangent went on, when I'm explaining to Danny that this is why I got into the Urdu with him, because he's trying to make it seem like Jesus is speaking Aramaic in his period form, and that is not what he's doing, right? Because the way that he's saying it, Allah, does not mean my God at all. And you can look it up right now. If you look it up, it's not going to tell you that word means my God. It's going to tell you God or deity. Jesus didn't say God, God, why have you forsaken me? He personalized it and said, my God, my God. So the word is not Allah, it is Allah. And he's trying to make it seem like Jesus is calling on Allah when he's not. They sound alike, but those are not those. They sound like they're close together, right? Allah, Allah. They are not the same word at all. And I know this, so while Stu comes off trying to defend him like he knows what he's talking about, and he doesn't. And when we get into the Aramaic right now, that is not what he's saying. He's not calling on Allah. He's saying Allah, which is God, and that does not mean Allah. and we can settle that right now if he wants to get into the language.
Bring your wicked ass out, Mike, and get into the language, dude.
Stu, listen to me. Listen, Armando and Stu, please. I think you are fair, guys. Especially Armando. I know him like for a time right now. Look, he say it in Aramaic. Okay, he cannot say it very well. It's not a problem. He is Western guy. I don't mock him or something. So it is Eli Eli lama shabaqtani. That's Aramaic. Lama shabaqtani. God, God, why you left? My God. Like he said, it's not God. My God, why you left me? Okay. Look, this is translation in Arabic. I know you don't understand, guys, but look to the sounds. So Aramaic, Eli, Eli, lama shabaqtani in Arabic, Ilahi, Ilahi, لماذا تركتني. تركتني is so different than shabaqtani, but Ilahi, Ilahi, لماذا, Ili, Ili, lama. Okay? So Theon say, and say he said so good. So that's my God. But when we say God in my language, I am Arab, guys. I born like this. I say Allah, God. He said in Aramaic, it's Allah. He say it sounds like, but it's different. Okay. So now let's have a deal, Theon. I don't say this word you mentioned in English, Allah, you know, Allah, because that's not your God, and you don't say God. That's not divine. Say it like Jesus said. So say Allah when you speak about your divine, who you worship, or say Ili Ili. That's like my divine, you know, who I worship. Don't use English, because you just say don't use Arabic, man. Don't say the Arabic names about gods. So you don't use English. Use the language of Jesus Christ, and we have a deal here, like fair deal. Okay. So from now, God in your language is Allah. That's the name of God. It's Allah in Aramaic. And if you want to speak about your God, say my God. Say Ili. Ili. Okay. Don't say like. Don't say it in English. And I don't say it in Arabic. That's fair.
And listen, look it up. When you say Allah, the word in Aramaic, the word in Arabic, right? When you say Allah in Aramaic, the word in Arabic is what? Eli, not Eliha, right? So stop.
No.
Hold on, Danny. Stop playing these games, because you know very
No,
well.
I will not interrupt you, but say it again. Say it again. So my God is Eli in Aramaic. It's Ilahi in Arabic.
And this is why we can have this conversation, and it'd be a healthy dialogue, because I know what I'm talking about. When you read Allah, right? ALLAH, the equal or the translation to that is not ilaha. It is ilah, right? Which is totally different from ilaha, right? So when you're reading ilaha, the Aramaic of that is just God. It's not telling you who the God is, it's just saying God. When you say Allah, the difference between what Jesus is saying and what you Muslims say, when you call on Allah, you're just calling on God. You're not identifying who that God is. When Jesus is calling on God, he says Allah, Allah, which he's identifying my God, why hast thou forsaken me? When you call on Allah, hold on, let me finish.
My God, it's Ili. That's my God. That's my God. Ili.
Hold on. It's just Ili. Is that what you're saying?
That's my God. If you want to say God, it's Allah. If you want to say my God, it's Ili. So my God, Ili.
No, Ili. Yes. Look it up right now. Ili means my God. ELAH. And look up what it means in the Aramaic. That means God. It does not mean my God.
I think you guys said the same thing right there.
No. Listen. Eli, ELAH, only means God. Eliha means my God. When you want to say my God, there's an AH on the end of it, or just an A, right? When you want to say God, it is just ELAH. There's no A at the end of it.
So Eliha, okay, Eliha. I cannot say it Allah in Arabic. I must.
I don't know what I'm talking about, brother, because you know very well what I'm talking about.
So I must say it in Aramaic. I cannot say it in my language. Okay. So you say it in Aramaic from this time. We have a challenge. We must say Eliha. Don't use English. I won't use Arabic. Yes. So don't speak English. That's not the language that Jesus spoke.
You can't tell me to speak English. I speak both of them, brother. And you may know more Aramaic than me. And I'll sit at your. Hold on. I will sit at your feet.
I speak Arabic. So I cannot speak my language. I cannot say God, Allah in my language.
It don't say
Why
Allah.
no, man?
That's not in your language. That's a lie, a fallacy. You've been taught, and you know it is. You're playing with the language. It does not say
Why
Allah.
you are like this? Like,
Listen,
so
does
what is
Allah
Allah?
mean my God? Does Allah mean my God or God? Which one?
My God is Ilahi. God is Allah.
I'm asking you, what does Allah mean? Does Allah, what you call God in your tradition, does it mean God or my God? Which one?
God.
Okay, that's the point that I'm making. So when Jesus cried out to on the cross, you said in the room earlier that he made the statement he was calling on Allah. No, he wasn't. He didn't say Allah. He said Ilahi.
What is Ilahi?
Which is
What
my
is
God.
Ilahi?
Which is my
My
God,
God.
not God.
So
And
what?
in Arabic, my God, it's in Arabic, it's Ilahi too. So yes, what's it saying?
Exactly.
I
Oh,
don't
so y'all
understand.
gonna sit here and act like? Let's pull it up. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and we're gonna see if the Arabic agrees with that. They mean the exact same
Dude,
thing.
we're
Y'all
Arabic
playing
speakers. We're
games.
telling you God,
don't like
my
that.
God means
You
Ilahi.
don't like empirical evidence because we westernized. Dumbass nigga saying.
At least you admit it now.
I'm about to pull it up right now. That's the tactic that Muslims use to try to say that Jesus was actually calling God Allah, and he was not. He never said Allah.
Language.
I actually see it a
Arabic
little.
comes from Aramaic.
I see it a lot
Right.
simpler than that. I
Which did
see
Jesus
L.
speak? Are you saying that Jesus spoke Aramaic in its purest form? And if he did, prove that he spoke Aramaic in its purest form.
No
Prove
one knows
that.
the form Jesus spoke Aramaic and like, whoa. What do you know?
Yes,
You
we
don't even
do.
know
Yes, we
exactly
do.
if what Jesus spoke. You don't even
The
know.
Bible shows, and scholars agree that he
The
spoke both
Bible did
Yeah.
Jesus write the Bible?
Hold on,
Where
the
did the
Bible,
Bible come from?
the
Oxford
Bible
is their
shows,
God, bro. They can't
the
go
Bible
outside of that.
shows,
They won't
and
leave
scholars
England.
Look at
agree
this
Can't do
nigga
it.
that
stupid.
he both spoke
Look at this nigga
Aramaic
stupid coming out my
and Greek.
the devil.
No.
Yeah, I'm a demon chosen. You sucking on his dick harder than anybody in this room right now, and you don't even
Look
really
at that.
want to concede to
Now
that,
you
man.
gay. Now you got gay thoughts on your head. You definitely a Muslim. You might as well go get your Persian will and bow according to the sun too. That gay ass talk going on.
That's what I'm saying.
that as
As
simple?
much as you guys
Faggot
hate white
ass
people,
dude.
you sure do use a lot of their material, and then want to curse them at the same. Oh, I hate white people, but you can't do any of this your
You
studies
know,
without
you
them.
never heard me, but you never heard me say
You ain't
that
nothing
though.
but a white boy, man. You guys
You
will put
never
some
heard me
knockers
say that
on
shit.
and some
You
knockers,
never heard me
and
say that shit.
perm your hair and
You
bleach
never
your
heard me
skin
say
on
that
me.
shit. Steve. You lying
Might
again.
as
You
well
never
do
heard
it,
me
bro.
say that.
You
You
Oxford
never
and
heard me say
Google
that.
is
You
your
lying
god,
ass.
bro.
Yo,
The
lying ass. You
universities of
never heard me
Europe
say
are
that.
your gods, bro.
So,
Jesus
so
has
in
been
Arabic,
replaced a long time ago.
so it's Arabic is written from right to left. And why do I see it much simpler than that? I see the word El mean God, right? And then the I is the personal God, my God. Why are you guys running in circles?
Yeah, because the point that I'm trying to the point that I'm trying to make to him is not running in circles. Listen, Armando Black, when he's listening, what Muslims are trying to do is they will say that the God that we serve, his name is Allah. So they're trying to say that God is Allah, which is the God that they're serving, when that is not Allah, that is Baal, right? So the point that we're
Oh
making,
shit.
the point that's being made is this. When we're
Wasn't
talking
that
about
a
the Jesus
point
is
from
saying,
what?
shut up,
What
shut
about
up.
when Toph
I'm not
comes in?
talking to you.
Toph.
Hold on. Let
What
him
about
finish.
when
Let him finish.
Toph
Listen,
or
the point that's
Enel
being
or
made,
the
the point,
Anunnaki?
Let him,
the point,
let him finish. Go ahead.
the point that's being made is this. When Jesus is saying my God, the reason why he personalizes it, because he's identifying the God of Israel. He's not identifying the God of the Muslims. But what the Muslims are doing is when they try to make him say
There
Allah,
were no Muslims at the time.
they're trying to say that he's calling on Allah and he's not. Because Allah just means God, and that can be used for any deity.
Okay.
But when
Let's
Jesus
think. What is the
personalizes,
name?
Yeah,
let
Jesus
me
is just
What is the
finish.
saying
name of
my
God
Let
of
me
God.
Israel?
finish.
He's
Let
saying
me
my
finish.
God.
What is the
Let
name
me
of God of
finish.
Israel?
Let
One
me
second. Let
finish.
him land, and then I
This
want
is
to
the
chime
same.
in.
Dude,
This
this
is
is
the
so
same
stupid.
Jesus
This
that
is low
speaks in the
IQ
scriptures.
shit, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
It sound
Yes,
good,
it
brother.
is.
It sound good. It sound
Theon,
good.
land real quick.
When you're reading the scriptures, this is the same Jesus, Black,
the
right?
problem
This
is
is
he's
for
so
your
passionate
edification.
too.
I can care less about a Muslim. I can care less about you. I'm talking
Wow.
to Armando. So what I'm saying is, when you're reading that scripture and Jesus is talking, what he's doing is he's identifying the God of Israel. So when he's calling on my God, let me finish. I'm trying to land. If you let me land, what I'm trying to say is this. Notice Jesus says this, brother. He tells us we know what we worship. They don't know what they worship. That's why Jesus personalizes God and makes him my God and not the God or a God.
Go ahead and
mute up.
Mute up. Everybody mute up, please.
I received the king.
Hold on a second, please. This is like, so I'm not Muslim, and I know that like this is pretty disrespectful, and I'll tell you why. When I say the word God, God is an English word, right? I'm not using Yahweh. I'm not using any other word but the English word God. And when I say the God of Moses, Abraham, even though I'm using the English word, you know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega, the dude who started Genesis, the guy who had Adam and Eve. So when they're using Allah, Allah means God in their language. And they're talking about the same dude too, the beginning and the end, the guy who had who created Adam and Eve, the guy that was the God of Moses, Abraham. Now I'm not saying that they don't have discrepancies in their story, but for you to say that they're worshiping Baal, that's not only throwed, but it's a stretch as well.
We can back it up from their sources, and their own Muslims
No,
are
Theon.
talking about
She
that they
said
brought
this
it from.
yourself,
They brought it
so
from
respect like the
the. They
turn,
brought
guys.
it
Just
from a
speaking
land.
linguistically right now.
They brought it. No,
Muslims,
no, we got the
Muslims
history. We can
and
get into.
Jews,
We
Muslims
can
The
get
and
thing,
into the
Jews.
history.
the
No,
We
no,
can
thing,
get
no.
into
the
We
the
don't
thing,
want
Sela,
history
your
that
interpretation
is
of
a
history.
God. What do you think
the
the
thing,
Arabians?
Sela,
He
I
does
mentioned to
know.
him,
Danny,
Sela, I mentioned to him, Dan,
Crazy.
Sela, I mentioned to him 2 times that Arab Christians, they say about God Allah. They believe in Jesus Christ
Yeah, they
as the
do.
God,
Yeah,
the
they
Lord,
Exactly
do.
what I was
and
about to
they say
say.
Allah. And he cannot hear that. He just ignored that, you know. And we have many Arab Christians, not like one exception or
So
two.
I'll
you're
pull up the
So
accepting the
Judeo-Arabic.
English word, but you're not accepting the Arabic word. I think
There's
that
a
might
whole
be the
Torah
issue.
written in Judeo-Arabic by a famous rabbi. It says Allah all over the place.
So if he want to, okay, this is the thing. Like we turn in circles, like Armando said. So if he try to have the real name of God, of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and Moses, it's in Hebrew. It's not in English. Like Sela said, it's not in Arabic. It's not in Aramaic. So he is Elo. It's not Hashem. Hashem, that's the name, and it's Elo or Elohim. So let's have a deal, Theon. That's why I say to you, if you want to use the real name of God, don't use English, and I don't use Arabic. That's so simple, man. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and that's the perspective that I was coming from. What it is that in America, they're not going to sit there and concede because these words were beaten into them. So they have to beat them into you. They won't go anything outside of what their masters beat into them. They will hold on to that until the end of the world. That's why blacks can't do nothing here in America. You know, say they have to take the oppressor's knowledge and use it against the world. As it was beaten into them, they will beat the rest of the world. They become the oppressors that they hate so much. They will not concede to anything else unless someone else beats it into them. Then they'll respect it. But anything outside of that, any scholarly intuition that you might have, they're not going to go for that. You know what I'm saying? That 100% they won't.
Yeah, and they're missing the point. Anytime you read the scriptures, whether y'all want to agree with it or not, and if y'all are Christians, go ahead and take your shahada if you believe that's true. Just go ahead and take your shahada. We serve the same God. Go ahead and get your shahada. Take it. Right. The point that I'm making to you is anytime they identified the God of Israel, even when they called him God, they said of our fathers. Right. They made it clear who they were talking about. Right. So if you're saying that the Muslims and the Christians serve the same God, you're a liar. We don't serve the same God, right? Because the God we serve have children, Allah have slaves. There's a difference. Allah does not have a son, but our God does. So if we're serving the same God, just go take your shahada and let it be what it is.
Bags, go take your shahada and quote the shahada exactly what it says because that's their confession of faith. We got our confession of faith. The gospel, the death, burial, and resurrection of Christ. That's our confession of faith. Their confession of faith is the shahada. Don't take the shahada, Stu. Don't stand before Danny right now and say those abominable words. Don't say it, Stu, since they're the same God. And the sister who came out might and said, don't take the shahada too. Go and get your Persian rug and face the sun while you take your shahada and go and start praying 5 times a day. If they're
When
the
you take
same
the
God.
when you take the Shahada, you denounce Jesus, right?
Yeah, you got to. You can't
Facts.
believe that he's the Son of God. They
Right.
don't believe that Jesus is the Son of God. They don't
Well, we
believe that
don't
he
believe
died
he's
and
the
rose
Son of
again.
God or God. Yeah. But that
Yeah,
doesn't
you can't
mean that
believe that.
people from Christians or Jewish backgrounds can't use the word Allah. They use it all the time. We're just speaking linguistically right now.
You know, it's really crazy to me because, like, the Catholics do
Now he
some
want to
really extra
backpedal.
stuff, and they won't say that the Catholics' God is not the real God, or like the Mormons or the Jehovah Witnesses. Like, at the end
But
of the
we're
day,
talking
they're
about
talking
Muslim.
about
Why
the
you
same God.
talking
I'm
about
still
Muslim?
talking. I don't do well with people talking over
Yeah,
me.
can you
Let
be
me just
quiet,
finish.
Chosen?
All right, let me finish. Like, whenever you're talking about the same God and the same narrative, you just may have discrepancies either about his character or about events. But nevertheless, you're talking about the same God. They only want to do this with Allah. They don't say, "Oh, it's a whole nother God" with Catholics. No, it's the same God. They just got discrepancies in his character or the story.
Yeah, but you can't have it.
That
This is
makes
the
it not the
problem. You
same.
can't have a discrepancy. And you say we only do this with the Muslims. You're right. Let's talk about it. Because the Catholics, yes, do they worship God wrong? Yes, they do. But they're not denying the death, resurrection of Jesus Christ. They're not denying
Yeah,
that.
they are.
No
Yeah, they are.
Muslim is believing in the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus.
Jews deny the death, burial, and
Exactly,
resurrection. Do they
exactly,
worship
Simon.
now a different God?
Listen,
But I'm just
yeah.
asking.
Uh,
I'm
So
just
just to
asking.
so
show
so
you,
so
look
Do
how
they
so
All
he's
just
saying
Muslims
worship a
don't deny
different
the
just one
death,
God?
thing.
burial, and
I
resurrection of
listen.
Just let him
Just
answer that.
just one
Listen.
thing.
I could be.
I
I
agree with
could
the
be.
one right there.
I could
This
be
is
an
so dumb now.
atheist. I could be an atheist. Believe in Jesus, and when I throw down the word God, you know who I'm talking about. The only person you don't accept is when they're using an Arabic word. That's cold, dude. Like you need to really take some time to
No,
reconcile.
it's a tradition.
And the
No,
thing,
no, it's a
I
tradition.
posted an
That's
Arabic
and
what
the
it is.
thing.
Torah.
Y'all need to be
So
honest with y'all
exactly
statement, though, bro.
what.
Come on, man. Nah.
So if you want to be honest, Theon say the God of Abraham, and so we know like Jews believe in the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. What Jews call God, Theon? Do you agree with them? Because you don't agree with Allah for Muslims. What they call the God, Theon? Answer me like short one.
It is the God of their fathers, though. Are you missing that?
Yes,
Adonai.
what they call
They
what
call him Adonai. Why don't you say
Adonai is my
Adonai?
master. Yes, my master Adonai.
Okay, but I'm
So
asking you: is this the God of their fathers? Yes or no?
yeah, so you accept Adonai and you accept like the name
Yeah,
Hashem
now they
and
trying to
you
play
accept.
word games. They don't want to hear the message
Yes,
behind it. I'm
they're
the Lord.
missing.
Listen, the one. I'm the Lord God of Abraham.
I
I'm the
literally
Lord God of
posted the
Isaac.
Arabic
I'm the
Torah.
Lord God of Jacob. They put a stamp on it. Allah don't speak
But
like they don't speak towards Allah.
they
They
Come
don't
on.
would.
say it
They
like
have to come
they
from
don't
the
say it like Jesus Christ.
imperialistic. They have to come from the
Shut up, Stu. You got
imperialistic
the same
perspective,
old
bro.
retarded
If it
Western
ain't if
imperialist.
it ain't in
You
Oxford,
doing
if
the
it's
same
not from the
shit.
colonizers, they don't believe it because they paid a price for this. They got it beaten into them, so they're not gonna let it go easy. They will not concede to anything else except for a Western understanding of an Eastern philosophy. No one in that region knows what they're talking about. Everyone out west is the experts. They want to impose imperialism on everybody. That's really what they're doing. It's about power and control. So that's what I'm saying. You're not really seeking God. You're seeking power and control. Just be honest, bro.
Hey,
Let's leave
that
that.
was, hold on.
Let's just dive
The
into
one, the one. Do you
hold on.
remember
Let's
when?
dive into the Quran. Let's
Hold
dive
on.
into the Quran
Do
and
you
stop
remember when Muhammad
talking.
came on the scene? You remember when Muhammad came on the scene? They went on and get down and lay down to her. If they don't convert to Islam, we're gonna force them to do it. God damn, Stu. So you forget everything with the Islamic invasion, Islamic conquest, and what they did. So you gonna talk about we trying to force something on somebody? Look what
So
Muhammad and Islam them did. Hey, Stu, you're
so
not
why
fair in your statement. Stu.
It's not. It's not the
why there
conversation.
The whole
It's not the
time.
conversation.
why
It
there
has
is
nothing
10
to do with
million
the
Christian?
conversation.
Why there
Let's
is
read the
10 million
surah and
Christian in
the ayah.
Egypt
I
right
was
now?
explaining what Stu want to be smart ass is.
If
Just a
Muslims,
point.
hey, Sainik, you know the story of like the Byzantine Romans. They just kick out the Orthodox Church in Egypt. They went to the desert. When the Muslims came, the invader, the savage, the warmongers. When they came, they kick out the Romans. to Greek and to Europe, and then bring back the Church of Coptic Church of Egypt, which is oppressed by the Orthodox Church and the Catholic Church. So now we have 10 million Christians, Egyptian in Egypt. Why Muslims the chosen? They didn't kill them. It was so easy because Muslims were the strongest at one time. There is no America, there is no NATO. They can kill all the others like so easy, but they didn't. And it's proof. Go to Wikipedia. There is 10 million Christians. They have their churches there, the old one, the historical one. So just explain to me that, and then after that, see what you want. Muslims are terrorists. They kill others. Blah blah blah. Like you want.
Right, but okay,
Just,
now hold on.
just,
Let me answer.
hold
Let me answer him real quick. He asked me a direct
Please
question.
stick to the point,
Let me answer him
please.
real quick. He asked me a direct question.
We have a
For
queue.
Tila. Let me clarify for what I'm not saying for Tila.
All right, you got the one. You got it. You got it,
What
bro.
I am saying, for you all who came in late and don't understand what we're talking about, his point of saying Allah is God is talking, he was using that in the context of when Jesus was calling on God in Matthew, right? When he was being crucified, and he says, Eli, 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 sabachthani. He's trying to say he was calling on Allah. He used that in a way as if if you know anything about Muslim arguments, that Jesus was a Muslim. And he was not. That's not what he's doing in that verse. So the reason why I'm clarifying that Jesus is not calling on Allah in that verse, he actually says, my God. He's trying to make him say Allah in that verse. I'm not denying that there are Christians who say Allah. I'm talking about the verse when he cried out on the cross. And it's like that went over your head. He's trying to make Jesus a Muslim by saying he was calling out on Allah on the cross.
You made a specific argument.
This was the conversation.
He made a specific argument. He said, you don't believe it's a different God because you don't believe in the resurrection. You don't believe in the death, burial, and resurrection. But the Jews, let me finish.
The specific argument was to this verse, right?
But you made another
argument. This is the conversation that we were having. In his Quran, he cannot believe in the same God because in the Surah 17, 111, it says, and say praise to Allah, who has not taken a son and has no partner in his dominion and have no need of a protector.
Great.
So if he's saying that Allah has no son, this cannot be the God we're serving.
Okay, perfect.
Real quick.
Now the Jews deny the burial, resurrection, and the Jesus being the Son of God. So they don't worship the same God either, right? Let's just be consistent here.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Okay, absolutely not. But again, your rule is that we deny the burial, resurrection of Jesus, Jesus being the Son of God. That makes us a different God. Okay, but that also would apply to the Jews.
Absolutely.
Yep. So it's not. I mean, it's kind of like a mute point. I mean, they both have a.
It's not a mute point. It's not a mute point because it was said in front of
let me finish. You cutting me off doesn't add to your point. They both have the same. What typically separates religions is their creation story. That's typically because that in there lies the fundamentals. All three of them have the same Adam and Eve. Now, does it begin to branch off? Right. All three of them have Moses. All three of them have Abraham. They call it the Abrahamic faith for a reason, right? There's a unifying character, unifying patrilineal line there. So they might say, well, that doesn't make us all the same religion. Fine. But these three are still closer to the same ideology than they are to the world of the rest of the world of what they would call pagans, right? Hinduism, Buddhism, African spirituality, Native American spirituality. That these three religions are completely, almost diametrically opposed to the rest of the world. So the argument between these three religions, in comparison to other ones, is mute. It's mute because once you start getting into other ones, they're so vastly different that the three Abrahamic traditions might as well be the same. The only thing I wanted to say to Danny was, as far as the Arab Islamic expansion, was every single aspect, every single detail of it warring and terrorizing? No, right? With the example you gave with them kicking out the Byzantine Empire and allowing the Coptic Egyptians to practice their faith, that is true, right? They didn't have much. They didn't need to terrorize the Coptic Egyptians. They let them do as they please. But that is not true when it came to the Muslim expansion into the ancient Sudan. It wasn't called Sudan at the time. I think it was called they were called Nubians. They were Christian Nubians, and there was 2 battles. This is just one of many, right? Give me 1 second. What up?
It post a Judeo-Arabic Torah by Gideon in the 10th century, composed in the 10th century. So he uses Arabic, Judeo-Arabic, and he says God, right, Allah, from the right in Genesis 1:1. So this is ridiculous.
Hey, what's so crazy about that? I'm gonna say this in the one. Could you pull up Surah 27 and 82 for me, right quick?
No.
Surah,
No.
Surah, huh?
No.
Yeah, let
Hey,
me
the
get my
one.
point. Hold on. Let me get my
All right,
point.
here we go. I'm going to make my point. Y'all got it, right? But I'm going to show you the difference between the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob,
Who
and the
gives
God of.
a flying fuck, as you said earlier?
Right. I know you don't care. I
All
know
right,
you
sorry
don't give.
about that, guys. Sorry
All
about
right,
that. The
all right,
last
you
two,
got
the
it.
last two battles I wanted to, because there was a woman I was talking to yesterday. She said that she had a degree or a minor in pre-Arabia culture, but when it comes to the Arab Islamic expansion, she had never heard about the Battle of Dongala. The Battle of Dongala, it exemplifies that this Arab expansion, Muslim expansion, was not just it was nowhere near peaceful as you can describe it. Okay, they were infiltrating into what we call East Africa, modern day Sudan, against Black Nubian Christians who, it's like if you gave the Coptic Egyptians, if you allowed them to practice their faith, why are you trying to expand into what would be a modern day Sudanese Christian nation? Why wouldn't you just leave them be? So obviously there's some aspects of that Muslim expansion and that empire. There's some aspects where they allowed their generals, although they claimed to be Muslim, they were allowed to operate purely for political and economic means, which is obviously not what it means to be Muslim. So they, their history, their culture, when it comes to that empire during that time period, it definitely has a lot of dirt. It definitely has a lot of stain to it.
Okay, you know so much about hey, Heaven, you know so much about history. Tell us, like, what when the Reconquista in Spain came, what Muslims did with the Jews. The Jews, when they ran away from Isabel, the Catholic Christians, the Queen, where the Jews go? Heaven, you know so much about history. Be fair.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have not seen that.
Reconquista, Isabel, the Queen of Christian Spain, battle the Muslims, then kick them out from Spain after 900 years. Andalusia in Spain, Muslims like occupied Spain for 900 years, and there is Jews living with the Muslims. Okay, so because she is Catholic, she is anti-Semitic. Like we know, like Catholic Church was so anti-Semitic, like for 100%. So the Jews try to run away from Spain. Where do they go? If you don't know the answer, let me claim, and maybe after let the other people talk about what they want. But let's have the challenge. They run away to the Muslim, to North Africa, to the Muslim countries, to Morocco, to Tunisia, to Algeria. Why? Why? If they just, this savage, barbaric Muslims, they hate the Jews. So why they run away to the Muslims and run away from the Christians, Catholics?
The reason Jews exist is because of Islam. And that's the only reason they still exist.
There can be, I don't, everyone has to realize with whatever tradition you practice, you have your beauty and you have your horror. If you deny the horror of any aspect of your tradition, whether people were claiming to be part of it or not, then you're just being anti-intellectual. I think you're talking about the Moor. You said Muslims, but I understand them to be the Moors. I think we're talking about one and the same.
Moors are Muslims. It's a derogatory word.
Wait, Moors is a derogatory word?
Yeah, it's a derogatory word.
I don't know if that's objective.
Why? Because it means black. Because it means black.
Yeah, I don't know if that's objective.
Because it means black.
But that's fine. That's fine. I've heard of the Moors' influence into Spain, and as a matter of fact, it was through the Moors, through the Muslims, in which they brought the Greek ancient writings to Europe. So I know that there's aspects of Muslim culture that has helped civilization, even America, be where it is today. No one's denying that. But to say that some of these beautiful, glorious, magnanimous temples that exist in East North Africa, Muslim temples, to say that this is just simply off of the back of righteousness and the spreading of truth is a lie, right?
No, they commandeered it in an uncivilized manner.
Right. There had to be bloodshed. There had to be conquest. This wasn't just out of the sake of purity and righteousness, right? There was political drive. There was economic drive. All right. I wouldn't say, oh well, Allah ordained this. I think you're just a man, speaking from your lower desire at that point. So as Muslims, don't just be careful with trying to play as if that Arab Islamic conquest wasn't what it was, right? It had its good, it had its bad.
Listen,
No,
let me
are we,
back
are
out.
we
Wasn't.
getting
Hold on,
into
hold on.
Let
debate?
me
Let me
let me
back
make
out
a
what he's
point
saying,
here.
right?
Let me
Hold
Are we still
on,
talking
hold on,
faith,
see?
or are we getting into history?
Should be
Because I'm kind of
talking
Right,
about
right,
I'm kind
right.
of
We still
confused.
talking faith. Hey, the one, could you go to the
I'm
story?
kind of confused on who's a Christian and not now, because like if we're having a Christian and a Muslim conversation and we get into history, this goes nowhere with someone who don't even believe in Christ or the Muslim, right? Because then we're
Right.
gonna get
No, it
into
doesn't, because we're
history.
having a
Jews don't
history
believe in
It
Can we
conversation.
go,
doesn't
Christ.
can we
get
go to
nowhere
Surah
because
2782 right quick?
how can you subjectively talk about something that
History has nothing to
you're
do
not
with what
into
you believe,
worshiping?
brother. History, respectfully, but history has nothing to do with what you believe. It happened.
All right.
It's based on what we can prove.
Just a quick historic
All right, here we
information.
go. Here we go
Some
then. Here we go.
background.
Well,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
know that Islam ran the known world from the 6th century all the way to 1923 when they broke up the Ottoman Empire, right? So we know the influence of algorithm. We get the word like algebra. All this come from during the time of Islamic Golden Age when they control of Babylon. The centerpiece of the world was Babylon, with all the knowledge, wisdom, and everything. So we see that. We see that. We see the conquest of Islam. We can see the revival of the conquest of Islam in Europe right now
There
when you
was
go
no
look at the United
Babylon
States.
when the Muslims took
Hey,
over.
hey, hey,
There
hey,
was
hey,
false prophets
hey,
back then, and there's
hey,
false
hey, hey, hey,
prophets now.
okay. So peep this out, right? But guess what? And we still trying to say is Allah is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, or he's the God of the Muslims, because I don't see Islamic traditions nowhere in the Bible. I don't see Islamic traditions nowhere in the Bible. You got to show me even circling the Kaaba 7 times and doing all that. But
We don't.
hold on, hold up, man. Hold up, bro. We already said it's a sensitive topic, bro. So hold your mic. No matter what I say about Allah and Muhammad, bro, you already know I disagree with that. So wait till I get through. So pick this out.
And get through it.
Nowhere in the Bible you can see that for like idol worship. They hold on to that. They got rid of all those idols except that one black stone. Then they melted that black stone into the Kaaba, and you got to circle it. And somewhere when you read the Hadith, you circle it for repentance. That's kind of crazy. But when you look at our literature and the way it distinct from theirs, it's something different. It's totally different. I'm gonna say this right here. When you go to Surah 27 and 82, it says that they shall come when they're gonna raise up a beast out of the earth to mark those who didn't believe in the testimony of Allah that given to by Muhammad. I said Surah 27, 82 through 85. Go read it. But in our Bible, it warned us, Revelation 13 and 1. And I seen a beast rise up out of the sea, up out of the earth. Hey, you can see that the Bible forewarned us about a system that's coming. And when you go read about that 666 mark of the beast, I'm gonna hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull it right now. Hold on, here we go. Right, I'm gonna tell everybody refresh the PCR in 5. Hold on, no, I ain't gonna do no countdown. I'm got it right here. Hold on, I'm gonna tell everybody refresh
What
the
if the mark of
PCR.
the beast is two two
Hold
two two
on,
two
hold
two
on,
two
hold
two?
on, hold on.
What if the mark of the
Right, right.
beast
666
is
is just
two
Yeah,
two?
that's what I'm
gematria
saying.
for
Like,
Emperor
Hey,
Neo.
hey, hey, I just want to land my plane right quick.
yeah,
Let
let
finish
them
up right
land
quick.
So
because
dumb, man.
let them land.
Yo,
Like,
Man,
let them
God
Satan.
finish.
damn, dude.
It's like a lot of
Shut
y'all
up,
come on
dude.
mic that don't
Shut up.
Bible
Shut
finish and
up,
try to have a
dude.
conversation about it, bro.
Right.
Shut
Yo,
up,
666
dude.
is
Satan.
Shut up, dude.
gematria
Shut
for
up, dude.
Emperor Neo.
Y'all see what y'all doing, but y'all get
Zero.
mad when we start
That's all
talking
it
over
is.
y'all, right?
It's
Man, shut
gematria.
the fuck up. I don't care. Okay, it's your motto. Okay.
Shut
Okay,
up,
How many
dude.
times you want to say that shit?
let
Shut
the
up,
Because
chosen,
dude.
you're
the chosen,
repeating
you have
dumbass
15
bullshit
After
on
you
this
seconds
say
to
phone.
shut the
land.
fuck up, I'm
Oh, but
talking to
not a
somebody.
goddamn. I got
Points
15
are
seconds.
retarded.
After
Yeah,
you
because
say
you've been
shut the
going
fuck
on a
up.
long.
You've
After
been
you
yapping.
say shut
All
the
right,
fuck.
when you are talking about something that is so controversial, you can't go on for 3 minutes, bro. You gotta at least make it short because people get antsy. So if you can land in 15 to 30 seconds so someone else can chime in, thank you.
I'll take the latter. I'll take the 30 seconds. I
How
want
can
to
you
refresh my screen.
say shut the fuck
You
up and
just
talk about
listen.
the
She just
Bible in the
asked
same
you. Hey, so
second?
can you just move him to the bottom brother when I get through? Cause he gonna keep on doing it, and they're gonna
That's
keep
what
the
I'm
time
saying.
going.
Like,
He
Right.
been doing this
y'all
shit
When
the
just
whole
y'all
when
just
time,
you
though,
saying
say
yo.
shut the
interpretation of
fuck
a
up
Hey,
mystery.
and talk about
moderation.
the
Hey,
Bible.
I'm gonna pull it to moderation at this time.
I already said that he's going to have it for 30 seconds. If you keep talking, because I want to go next and I can't go next if he doesn't finish up. So I'll move you into the goo and you can come back later. Finish up, man.
I
Can we
appreciate it.
can we get an understanding of who the Muslims are though? Can we get that understanding? Like, are you a Muslim sister?
Theon, no, I'm not, but I just asked for no one to talk. So if you could respect that, go ahead, your chosen. Finish up, please.
Right. So I'm pretty. Hopefully, I got enough time to pour the PTR and without being like cut off. I just want to show this imagery right quick. Then y'all got it though, yo. That's it. Hold on. Here we go right here. So let me show you what they wrote down from the Codex Vaticanus. Right. So we talking language and stuff like that, right? This is right here. This is called right here. This is where you refresh your screen, right? Bible's one about the 666 mark of the beast, but when you read the translation, it said the multitude of his name is coming in the name of Allah. This the same bestsmiller right here. What you're looking at is the bestsmiller what John recorded when he was on the island of Patmos, and you can find it in the Codex Vaticanus, 325 in the Codex Vaticanus, where you can find this symbol that they where John was on the island of Patmos when he got the vision of this beast coming. And the 666 is the image of the name. It means hold on. Man, hey, come on, man. They been interrupting me long my thought. Now when I'm getting my thought back, you come tell me I got to stop talking.
Come
That's
on, you
not
got
fair.
30 seconds. So let's go. It's
Yeah,
already
like
done.
Come on, man. I tell you what.
You
Hey,
literally said that you just wanted to. You
because
said
y'all,
you wanted
man,
to
like if
show
y'all gonna let these
something.
Muslims do this shit right here, y'all got
First
two
of all,
Muslims being moderated and don't know what.
I'm not Muslim. Second of all, you said you just wanted to show something, and you
The
done.
Christian ain't got a chance to speak on this app. It's crazy, bro.
All right. So listen to this. I just want to show you
You showed us
like
sex.
You just want
the
to stop everybody
position
from
of the
talking
heart.
just so
And
you can
cool, see,
talk.
I'll hand it over to you. Let me just make one comment, and then you can have
Look at
it.
that. You want to stop everybody from talking so you can talk.
Yeah, that's right. I've been waiting a long time, and I haven't said anything.
You don't have a
Listen,
You're right.
standpoint on
When you
faith
said
though.
something, you ain't
if
saying
you
shit at the same
listen,
time.
stop
What you talking
interrupting
about?
me. All right, I think next time you interrupt me, I'm moving you because it's just not right. I think somebody else did, and I didn't. But listen to this, okay? Just to like show you sometimes like the condition of the heart and heart posture. I have a feeling that these dudes probably you know are Christian, or they claim to be Christian, and that's fine, that's beautiful, if so. But this is the thing about that: if you are Christian, Paul went to the pagans, the doggone pagans, and he used their unknown god. They had mad gods, and he saw a statue of an unknown God, and he used their unknown God to explain his God. That's called finding commonality with people. Instead of disqualifying people and finding reasons to disqualify them, you look for what areas you can find commonality. He did this with the pagans. He did this with an unknown statue god. He
My
used
pastor
that to
preached
explain
about
his
it.
God.
It was
You have
gangster.
an I'm still talking, sir. I'm still
Sorry
talking.
about that.
Thanks. You have an inability to take a God that has the exact same narrative, but there's some discrepancies about Jesus in there or whatever have you, and utilize that to minister your gospel. You have an inability to say, hey, I realize, we might have a difference in here, but let me tell you why I believe this part of it is true. But instead, you want to tell them that this is just not even God. He used their unknown God to find commonality and show them that this whole time they were worshiping his God. And look at y'all just trying to find ways to disqualify people and draw what is it? Disunity,
A false
divide.
dichotomy.
You're looking for ways to
Yeah,
divide
the
people. And
divide.
I
thank
respect what
you.
you're doing, but nobody can
It's
praise
crazy
the
that
living
y'all
God.
sitting
At
around
the
here
point because
doing.
Let's let
I've been
Cool
Y'all
C
weren't
go
not
and
in
then
the
finish.
room.
Cool C,
You
go
I,
ahead.
were
just
not
don't
in
You
the
let
know.
these
room
folks,
sitting
you let
down
these
there.
folks
Like,
interrupt me,
I
cut me
just
out. Now you just pass the mic. You unfair. You
yeah,
Salah, you
that,
I
that's the
unfair as
point that
hell
I'm
right
no,
about
making.
I
It's
now.
like
just
it's
don't
like
know
You've been
y'all
how you
very
came
have
in the
unfair.
your
room.
You've been very unfair right about
sanctified.
now.
Okay, so I didn't move
I
you,
don't
but
know
it's
how
Cool
you
C's
have the
mic. Cool
roads.
C, you kind of sound far away, bro. Just letting
And
you
you said
know.
allow him to come on mic and interrupt people when he feel like it. That's crazy, yo.
It's
Well, I
crazy that
don't
y'all
know
come
how
in the
you
room and
have the
change
word
the
sex
conversation. Like
backwards.
before
Yeah,
y'all
she
I
get
came
to
and
agree.
the
changed
point.
the
Chosen
whole
one.
conversation, man. Armando, I'll be back when you get ready to whack ass people.
Well,
Chosen,
we're
how
about
do
to
you
shut
have
this
the
thing
word
down. This
upside
thing is
down
like
and
300
backwards
minutes
sex?
already. Data is gonna shut this shit down at any moment.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But I do want to say this. The
Yeah,
conversation
truth
was
does
it's
that
like
sometimes. Go.
just flooded the room when we were having that conversation. Cynic was not here, neither was Stu, right? The conversation that you mentioned was we're trying to prove that when Jesus mentions in Matthew, Eli, Samat that he's calling on Allah, the God that you serve. And I was saying that that's not what it's doing in that verse. He's saying, my God, and they